Okay, I think I'm live. Hopefully. Welcome to the stream. It's Wednesday. Good morning, Grace. Interesting stream from Grace yesterday, I think. EFD, thank you for you and King TL doing a review of my video of reviewing King TL and the Furby. Much appreciated. Getting the word out. So today we're going to watch just a couple. We're not getting started in like a new area or anything like that, but I just wanted to watch like a couple random episodes. I can't find full seasons of this yet, but I'm still looking. But I just thought we'd watch a couple episodes from Indiana Wrestling. I don't know too much about it other than it was like Dick the Bruiser's territory back in the day. Let's see. Today we've got October 31st, 1987 is up first. WWA Bruiser Bedlam Wrestling. I have no idea what to expect. I just scanned through to get a thumbnail. But probably going to be different. I'm assuming it's going to have like its own identity, but let's check it out. Let's get started. I'm interested to see how this how the Dick the Bruiser's promotion works.
What?
Yeah, I did see that, Anand. I need to go in and clip it. I think it's like an hour and a half clip. Well, that's true. There'll definitely be guys in their underwear. I'm just wondering, like, what the... Well, I guess we're not going to really know too much about the booking since we're not going to see the episodes in order, but I don't know. But yeah, I thought that was funny. They got way more views than mine, so that's good. Helping get the word out about the magic of the Furby and King TL.
Welcome to Bruiser Bedlam. 1 hour of the toughest, roughest wrestling you'll ever see.
That's right. Dick the Bruiser said it all, ladies and gentlemen. He is combing the world. Nothing but the...
Oh, why didn't I get that for the thumbnail? How did I miss that? This guy's sunglasses right out of the back, or right off the bat are great. I got to get high. How's it going by Grace? I am saved. ATF Media, what's up?
Best in professional wrestling. We've got an hour of action and thrills for you, and we are set, Dick, to go to ringside with all the greats from all over the world.
You're going to see the toughest, roughest wrestlers that the Bruiser can find in the world, right on Bruiser Bedlam.
Uh-oh, the sound drop out. Maybe it had to be muted for copyright. Oh well, it's only like a minute long. Hopefully it comes back on. I don't know if I said or not, but it looks like this aired on Halloween 1987, or was taped. I don't know which one. I'm assuming it's air date.
Hello, everyone. Get set for another hour of action and thrills. Bruiser Bedlam is back on the air. I'm Terry Sullivan. Chris Carter joins us.
You got a snow day today? I'm good. I'm ready to get high. I've never seen it either, bro. So that's why I figured, like, I had a different thing I wanted to watch, but I wasn't sure. I'm still, like, debating it, and I was like, fuck it, let's just watch some wrestling.
Just once
Oh, my God, look at this setup. Oh.
Again this week. Also joining us in the program today, Jason, this immense, this mysterious, this, many people call him a lunatic. He'll be on the program today. Obviously, you'll disagree with that. I remember last week you told me he was an intelligent, sensitive man.
Compassionate kind of guy.
Don't insult the intelligence of the fans.
Have you ever taken a chance to get to know this man? No, really. Have you?
I'm afraid.
Look at these two guys. What a completely different, like... I don't even know how to describe these guys.
He'd rip my arms off.
Well, then...
The guy...
Looks like two insurance salesman hanging out at an airport bar.
That sounds like condemnation without proper investigation, Terry.
Yeah, well, he's out of control, and you don't have control over him, despite what you might say. Bulldog Don Ken of the Great Wojo, we're going to show you a portion of that World Championship bout between those two. The lady wrestlers, Candy Devine, will join us today in a match. Also, we will see Chris Carter and Muhammad Jihad Saad against Dr. Jerry Graham and Scott Recksteiner.
Wait, hold on. They have a character named Muhammad Jihad? No way, man.
And that unfortunate incident which took place made you feel like a real man, I'll bet.
Oh, I love
To
watching
beat up
them
a-
freedom fighters, them international freedom fighters, and the disciplinarians.
The disciplinarians, right. We'll see that, and we will also see another match then with Dr. Jerry Graham and Scott Recksteiner displaying their expertise as a tag team combination. So, quite an exciting hour. Let's go to ringside for a match with Jason.
Introducing first, from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing 220 pounds,
Hold on.
Rusty Rhodes.
Rusty Rhodes. So we've got the real guy, Dusty Rhodes. We've got Dirty Rhodes. And now Indianapolis has Rusty Rhodes. That sounds like another name for a butthole.
And
Rusty
his opponent,
Rhodes.
ladies and gentlemen, from Camp Crystal Lake, led to the ring by Chris Carter, weighing 300 pounds, Jason.
What in the literal fuck are we watching?
Well,
here?
Terry, we are in store for it now, Sam. Fans, hold on to your hats.
I mean, this is anything goes wrestling here. How's it going? It's me. Jason Voorhees in the first match we ever watch of Dick the Bruiser's promotion. Rusty Rhodes versus Jason Voorhees.
Jason sneaking into the ring, trying to sneak up from behind. Why would this guy turn his back on a man like
Yeah, I met this girl off a Tinder and took her back to her place and took a ride on the Rusty Road.
Jason?
I can't believe it. He must be suicidal because this Jason is just awesome. No
He is.
style. He's
No
got Carter
style.
turned him into a bigger monster than what he is now. He takes no prisoners.
Jason is just making
Rusty
hamburger out of
shovel.
him, Sam.
Absolutely right, Terry.
Drives him right into the turnbuckle. Headbutt with that face mask, that hockey mask that he wears.
Well, I hope Rusty here, for his sake, I hope it
now,
ends
here, look
early.
out, Sam, look out.
You're looking at the most devastating thing in professional wrestling. The most devastating thing in professional
Chris
wrestling.
Carter has joined
the new
us.
Heavyweight champion of the
Oh
world.
my God.
The almighty Jason from the bottom of Camp Crystal Lake.
Now remember, this is 1987. This is not the peak of Dick the Bruiser's territory, right? Shouldn't the helmet be an immediate disqualification?
That remains to be seen, Carter.
At least Jason has his own name. He's not Jason Jr.
Go on, get out of here, Carter.
Chris Carter, for some reason, finding it necessary to add his input. Jason dives on down with that face mask into the midsection. Rusty Rhodes has definitely had the course here.
Rhodes just better pray that this ends soon.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, he's hitting him with that mass. Now.
WWA Bruiser Bedlam Wrestling out of Indiana. Dick the Bruiser's territory.
On the forehead. If that doesn't make him unconscious.
Hey, He-Man.
This guy's out on his feet, Sam.
He really is. Oh, this has got to be called. Oh!
Wow.
What a vicious move by Jason. He covers his man, and we have got 3. I guess so.
Boy, all those Memphis jobbers really looking like 5-star performers now, huh?
Now Carter's telling Jason to dispose of him.
Dispose
Well, it looks like
of
they're going
him.
to toss him out of the ring, just like
Rusty
a sack
Road,
of
take
garbage.
me home.
And there they are, triumphant here, the team of Chris Carter and Jason. We'll get it
Wait, the
officially
team
from Gary
of-
Warrenchak.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the mysterious Jason.
So Jason is managed by a pro-Palestine protester.
All right, Chris Carter once again trying to hold Jason back.
Where's David Menzies to team up with Rusty Rhodes?
Jason doesn't care who he goes after, whether it's opponents, fans, or
I saw that, He-Man. I appreciate it. Did you know that King TL and EFD reviewed that segment on EFD's show last night? If not, you might want to check that out. Hearing King comment on reviewing my review of his Furby encounter.
Whoever. And of course, Sam, I think he's got especially got his sights on the great Wojo.
He truly does. For the last few times that Wojo's been wrestling recently, Jason has come out of the locker room being held down by Carter.
Hey, Healthy Family Force, how's it going? Oh, you were in there? I watched for just a second, and I was going to clip it, and then I realized it was an hour and a half, and I was like, fuck, so I just decided to wait.
Inside.
The fans will be back with more Bruiser Bedlam in just a moment. Boy, are we looking forward to this one, fans. It's tomorrow night. Tomorrow, the action time, 8 o'clock. We've been waiting for it a long, long time. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m., Lucas County Recreation Center. We're going to see what happens. Dr. Jerry Graham gets what he wants. He's got Chris Carter in the middle of the ring in the brass knuckles match. Wojo will be in a return bout against Bulldog Don Kent, the dog collar chain match. We'll get Don Kent's thoughts on that in just a moment. It'll be Jason along with Mohammed Jihad Saad, and what a tag team combination they make. It'll be a dangerous match, but their opponents will be two of the most capable men in the WWA, Calypso Jim and the former world champion Scott Recksteiner. El Bracero meets Prince Mama Mohammed with Crystal K handcuffed to the ring post. Cowboy Rex Bodie will be on hand. He faces the newcomer, the Skinhead. Also Roger Ruffin against the Wild Man. If you'd like to get your tickets in advance, remember now Miller Country Store, all shed locations, and the souvenir shop at the Lucas County Recreation Center. Action time is 8 o'clock.
419 is an Ohio area code. Maybe they operated out. Maybe they had like an office there or something. EFD has you blocked too. Wow. He's blocking everybody. Oh, thank you. You have an awesome day too. Okay, I don't know that these are... Whoops, I forgot to have my camera on. I don't know that these are exactly... I mean, these are a little bit off, but I don't think they're too far off. What do you think? Me and this guy? His are like clearer, whereas mine are more like solid. But I feel like I got the color right. I just got to get them... I just need a little bit lighter.
It's tomorrow night at the Lucas County Recreation Center. Bulldog Don Kent, you've called yourself the uncrowned world's heavyweight champion. Tomorrow night, though, not only is...
I mean, I don't want to... I'm not downplaying it or saying that, like, you should just take it, but, like, it doesn't really matter what you say to him. Like, I get along with him all the time, and he still, like, gets really upset with me and calls me an F-slur all the time when he's drunk. So I think it's just completely kind of random.
The title on the line, your career is on the line of this dog collar chain
Listen,
match.
this is the match I've been waiting for. Tomorrow night, Wojo, the great one. They call him the great
Who's this guy? Bulldog who?
one. Of course he is. He's got a tremendous amateur background, but it won't help him here. Because this is my type of match. This is what I like. This is the way you're going to be when I get through with you, Wojo, because it's a brutal match. You know, the chain you can use like a club. You can use it to choke, to hit, to swing. Do anything you want. And that's my type because I like this type of match, Wojo, because the blood's going to flow. And it's going to be yours. This I guarantee. And they're going to carry you out. You're not the man you think you are.
This is somebody's dad yelling at their prom date.
Because I have proven once and for all, Wojo, that you can be beaten. That I can chase you and run you out of the building. Run you all over the place. But with this chain now, there's nowhere you're going to run. Because everywhere you go, I will be pulling and pulling. And once I get you down, then I'm going to
It's
start
tomorrow
hitting.
night, 8 o'clock. Tomorrow night, Lucas County Rec Center.
Playing him off. Wojo versus Bulldog. This will be a good one. Is that Joe Hendry? This is awkward. Just hanging out. Oh wow, this is a pretty long gap there.
Feud these days, that one between the world heavyweight champion, the great Wojo, and Bulldog Don Kent.
It could have been, He-Man, that you said it after somebody said something else that made him mad, and like once he's mad, it's just there's nothing can stop him. He's like a juggernaut of drunken anger. Meanest dude with a side part ever.
These two have met a couple of times. Absolutely nothing has been settled between them. And we're going to show you a recent match between the two coming up. And I do want you fans to pay particular attention to Bulldog Don Kent. I maintain the guy's scared of the Great Wojo, that he keeps bailing out of the ring.
Great
You'll see him
Wojo?
several times, yet your answer to that, of course, is that it's strategy.
Terry, I said it before and I'll say it again. Don Kent is without a doubt probably one of the greatest wrestlers in the world today. He's been around the world several times. He knows what he's doing at all times. Everything that he does, there's a reason for it. You might not understand it, but there is a reason for it. And if you keep watching the matches, you'll see what the reason is. The reason is to become the champion of the world.
I think the reason is because he doesn't want to get beat up. Let's go to the ring now as Wojo defends his belt against Bulldog Don Kent.
Into the corner again, referee ordering
His glasses are so light. They're not even really sunglasses.
the break. Wojo again choking the Bulldog. Finally stands back. Oh, but the Bulldog with a boot right into the midsection. That had to knock the wind out of Wojo. He didn't have time to tense up those stomach muscles. And now this is the moment that Kent's got to take advantage of.
He caught him right in the chin, Terry.
Oh, my Lord. The
And here
Great
comes Wojo out of the
Wojo?
ring.
Oh,
Right
right
on
on our
the
table
table.
over here.
And the Bulldog is coming out after him. Get ready to bail out, Sam. They're fighting on the outside.
They're going to battle,
The
one on
referee is
one.
putting the
Oh, my
count on him.
gosh, look at
The
this
Bulldog
guy.
has grabbed a chair. And, oh, he just smacked the Great Wojo. Flush over the head with that chair. The count
I
continues.
can't believe this.
Hey, King TL.
The count continues in the ring. The referee is to 6.
Is this the guy from Hall & Oates doing commentary?
Both men apparently oblivious.
Yeah, this is pretty grim. I mean, this has got to be toward the very end. I was listening. I've been doing some research into Memphis 1987, and most people say that 1987 is like pretty much the definitive death of the territories. Like that this is the last like gasp year of anybody having any kind of success in the territories.
As Kent aims that chair again on Wojo.
Taint
And
He
shots.
hit him again, Terry.
He beamed him. The referee is to the count of 9. And that's all right. The referee is allowing it to go on. Bulldog got in just literally in the nick of time. And the Great Wojo has been injured.
Oh, man, I can see why they had the lights dimmed in the other match. Oh, no. Oh, you know what really sucks? This is still, I've been to so many shows where literally there were like sub 10 people, and I don't mean looks wise. Like they were, but saying like I've been at places where I've been like one of 3 or 4 people in the audience, but like for like known people, this is pretty rough.
Open, Terry. He's bleeding.
Oh, I'm not surprised. Those 2 pops that he took in the head with the chair. The Bulldog not letting him into the ring.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, Bulldog Don Kent have been disqualified using a chair.
I want one of these shirts too, Wrestling Security. Hey, what's up, Dan?
We're going to take a look at that chair incident again here. Just take a look
Chair
at the
incident.
power that Bulldog Don Kent used when he brought that chair down on Wojo. Bulldog now has grabbed the chair, and now watch this. Smack!
Oh,
Dab right over the top
God.
of his head. Back to live action now as they fight on the outside again.
alive?
And Bulldog Don Kent again comes for that chair. Going after Wojo again. Look out. Wojo oblivious to the fact that Kent is right there. And for the 3rd time tonight,
Come on, ref. Call this. Come on.
the referee ordering that chair to be removed, but now Wojo in danger of
He's in
being
a bad.
counted out.
He's in a bad state, Terry.
Wojo is dazed. Returning now to the ring, trying
He's just
to
carrying his gig with him. He's still
referee
got it
Terry
in his
Tamura
hand.
trying to get Kent back and having no luck at it at all. Kent is really pushing the patience of the referee, pushing the rules to their absolute limit.
Terry, the world champion, is in deep trouble.
Now, you know, Wojo, Bulldog Don Kent should not allow Wojo.
I feel bad when I'm in the crowd of a show and there's only like, 10 or 20 people in the crowd and somebody still blades. I just want to tell them like, it's okay, buddy. Don't worry about it tonight.
To be counted out, Sam, for this reason. The title cannot change hands on a count out.
Exactly.
Kent should keep him in the
Hey,
ring.
Moondust, Pomp Flair, what's
Now
up?
he's biting him. He's biting him. There's blood on Bulldog's thighs. He's got
About 15 or 20 minutes
Yeah, they're sponsored by Miller.
gone so far in this bout. So they've
I've known individual independent wrestlers who've been sponsored by, like, I remember when Eric Cannon had that Pabst Blue Ribbon sponsorship a long time ago.
been at it for quite a while here. And Kent, once again, working on that injury of the great Wojo.
He won't let Wojo back in that ring. Wojo's in a sad state of affairs here.
15 to
Or it could be a local bar, but I think if it was a local bar, they'd do something here to tie in on TV. So it's probably just a direct Miller sponsorship.
20 minutes gone so far. It's been a long, grueling bout for both men, especially so at this point for the great Wojo.
Ooh. He caught him right between the eyes, Terry, on that punch. And again, the fans are yelling, Wojo, Wojo, Wojo.
Wojo.
And Kent coming out of the ring after him again.
Boy, get Bulldog
Wojo
out of here,
rallying
man.
to the cheers of the fans, getting some of that power back, trying to get the steam up. Returning to the ring now.
He's gone back in, but
Oh
now
my
Kent pulls him
God.
out.
The Bulldog,
Bulldog, get
You got
out of
it,
here.
Sam. Working away on that injury again. Kent pounding and pounding away on Wojo, but Wojo unleashes a good one.
Look at
Right
this
back to the
comeback.
Bulldog.
There's that second wind of Wojo, the champion.
And the count continues in the ring. I can't see the referee to see how far he is with that count. And Kent head on into the steel post.
That shook this ring.
The referee, I believe, has restarted the count. Well, he'll stop it now when Wojo returns. Really giving these two the benefit of the doubt is with the count, Sam. The referee
Terry.
realizes this is a championship match.
Terry, Bulldog down Kent, he's cut. He's bleeding from the
I
forehead.
can see him. Yeah, he's dripping
He's
blood.
bleeding all over this floor, and here comes Wojo.
Down from high up above with a double sledgehammer. And hammers him again. The Bulldog with a serious injury, losing a lot of blood.
Oh, this has got to go down in the classics. This has got to go down in the archives.
We're going to take a look at that move again where Bulldog Don Kent was slammed into that post as the Bulldog
Backbreaker.
Backbreaker.
puts on that backbreaker.
Well, way to no-sell.
There you
Oh,
can see
God,
it.
Bulldog's going
You
now.
saw Bulldog hit the post there in the corner of your
Oh, my
screen.
God.
And the Bulldog
Why?
is in serious trouble now. His head's been split open. He took the backbreaker. And Wojo is psyched.
Oh, he's beside himself.
Do you think this is just like that old school mentality of, we don't have, we got to get this crowd excited, so we're going to get color to get them worked up? I mean, I just don't think I don't think people care anymore. Like, I think you have to, just like random blood, I don't think carries the weight it used to if it just happens like in a random match.
He's a man possessed. He wants a piece of Bulldog Don Kent. I don't know if Kent's up to it, Terry.
We've gone more than 20 minutes in this bout.
I don't mind the name, I guess. They could at least put something like fun on there like Memphis Vice does.
As the great Wojo implores, begs Bulldog Don Kent to return to the ring. The Bulldog back in, Wojo right
Breaker.
on him. Wojo hammers away on the back of Bulldog Don Kent.
Wojo
That knee lift
Yamamoto.
coming
Oh
up, Kent
boy,
going down.
wow.
Oh, this is a bloody mess
You've heard of the $1 million knee lift. That was the $10 knee lift.
at this point.
10
What
bucks and a hot
battle this
dog.
has turned out to be for the World Heavyweight
Oh,
Championship.
I did like that. I like that though.
It certainly lived up to its expectations. Kent again sneaks out of the ring.
If there's elderly people out there, or some
I think they could have worked, looking at this crowd, if it was me, I would have just worked a classic heel face match, had the heel run away from the baby face, get into it with the crowd. I think that's the better way to go here. This like random stomping around and just bleeding, it's not for me.
children watching, please turn this off because this is just too much. The brutality is just too much.
There's also no emotion behind this. Like, compare this to a year earlier in Memphis, right, in '86, when somebody got color, even though it happened a lot, like it still carried weight because there was something like behind it. Like the people were like, in a huge heated situation. These just seem like two guys that are punching the clock.
The great Wojo, extremely frustrated at the inability to keep
They turned away 3 people at the door.
Bulldog Don Kent in the ring. Now keep in mind, every
I mean, this also, like, no offense to Bulldog Bob, but I mean, this is fucking going on forever. Like, this is outrageous.
second the Bulldog spins on the outside.
He's got this
He's
weird
regaining
collar
his senses,
on.
regaining some energy, clearing his head. Wojo helping him back into the ring. Wojo smelling a victory here, Sam. He's got to follow up. Oh,
yeah.
Kent, groggy.
Oh, he
Wojo.
is. Kent doesn't know where he's at.
Wojo hoists him up.
Backbreaker. Ooh.
Double backbreaker. In for
Wow.
the count. This has got to be it. But no, sir. Kent kicked out and again bails out of the ring.
Wojo's going after.
That was an interesting backbreaker. I want to see that again. Make just a little bit more. There we go. Okay.
He's got to follow up. Oh,
Yeah.
Kent,
Bastion
groggy.
Booger.
Oh, he
Wojo.
is. Kent doesn't know where he's at.
Wojo hoists him up.
Backbreaker. Ooh.
Double backbreaker. In for the
What?
count. This has got to be it. But no, sir. Kent kicked out and again
This
bails out of the ring.
Bulldog guy is
Wojo's
the
going after him,
shits,
Gary.
man. I don't know what's going
They're
on.
fighting out of the ring now. Fighting in right close to the fans. Bulldog.
Like, I don't know how old Bulldog Bob was, or Bulldog Don Kent, or whoever, but, like, what do you think? 50 here? 50-ish? So this is like what is seeing Edge now? Like, man, what's going on with people?
Off his feet.
I found out that this year I turned the same age that Christopher Lloyd was in Back to the Future. So, like, I'm the same age as Doc Brown in the original Back to the Future.
And again. Oh! Bulldog Don Kent has his head slammed. And that's it.
Thank God. I would have just called Wojo over and I'd have been like, hey, bud, nobody, take it home. Nobody cares.
That's it. Okay. The fight continues. Bulldog Don Kent leaving.
The crowd is definitely not good, but it's more people than I thought. It looks like they got some people on the sides and stuff. So at least there's some people here.
the arena.
Taint
Ladies
breaker.
and gentlemen, the referee has ruled this match is totally out of control. The bout is a no contest. There is no winner. Still, World Heavyweight Champion, the Great Wojo. What a brutal, vicious match it was, fans. We're going to take a look at some of the closing moments of this bout. There's the body slam.
They're going to show that again?
Double backbreaker.
No way.
Watch Wojo, position one knee, drops him down, then across both knees. And the referee is there. He'll get no pin. Bulldog Don Kent again bails out of the ring. Wojo's had it with that, and he follows the Bulldog out. So a no contest, no winner this time. However, I do strongly suspect these two will be at it again a few more times before this mess is all
a few
over.
more
Incredible
times.
match. We will return with more on Bruiser Bedlam in just a moment.
ATF Media, do you think that the Bulldog is like thinking he has to keep his character strong for future runs? Oh, no way. Peggy Lee Leathers. So Peggy Lee Leathers, I've talked about this before, but I went to a little show in Alabama, and Peggy Lee Leathers wrestled Mickey Knuckles on that card. And I heckled Peggy Lee Leathers, and man, the crowd got mad. A bunch of the, like, arena staff, I don't know, arena staff, but the people at the Country Music Barn, the workers got mad because I think it was Country Music Barn, for heckling Peggy Lee Leathers like she was an untouchable legend in Alabama. Let me see if I can find the match. Oh, we're back to this again, huh? What great timing on my part. You guys remember Mickey Knuckles? She wrestled in TNA as Moose Knuckle. This is something else. Mickey Knuckles, Alabama. What is going on here? Prevent the next tragedy. Central Alabama officials have banned a statewide ban on Glock switches. What does that have to do with Mickey Knuckles?
To promotion, the Women's Wrestling Association. Today, a nationally renowned lady wrestler by the name of Candy Devine will be taking on Peggy Lee Leather. It's a great honor to have Candy Devine in the WWE.
Mickey Knuckles.
Terry, I'll
IWA
say
Deep South.
that she is without a doubt one of the best women wrestlers in the world today, and I look forward to seeing these matches all the time because I love to see the girls get in the ring and go.
Gee, you know, that's something you haven't done yet, is put a woman on your hit list. Maybe that's next, huh? Maybe Candy Devine might get on the hit list. Maybe you might beat her up in the center of the ring and brag about it all around the country. Let's go to ringside.
And she's going to really have to wrestle hard.
Oh, look at that. You just nailed it on the head, Wendy. Peggy Lee is a tough competitor. There's a clothesline. Dick, she's a big girl.
Yeah. I bet what'd they say she weighs, about 180?
Candy was attacked
Close
from
to
behind.
200. Go ahead.
She's been thrown off guard, and Peggy Lee has taken advantage of that.
Oh, a big body slam that's got the ring apron wiggling.
Oh,
Sorry.
I think she tried to lift her and she couldn't hold that much weight, David.
No, she couldn't.
Stone
Now
Cold
she's
on
got it.
commentary.
That had to knock the breath out of Peggy
There,
Lee.
she got her.
Body slam.
She is strong.
That's I can't believe they got Stone Cold. I cannot find this match anywhere, guys. I can find Carnage. Well, I'll keep looking.
That girl surprised me.
Candy Devine whipping Peggy Lee in. Oh, giving her a blow right to the belly. Oh, she's going to come right on her table.
They're both
Oh,
two
they're right
times.
on her
She's won
TV
that.
table. Peggy Lee coming down right over the TV table. They're fighting on the outside. They're going into the aisles right now. Peggy Lee and Candy Devine are jamming on the outside.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess it wasn't Peggy Lee Leathers. I thought it was Peggy Lee Leathers at the time. Hang on, I'm looking up who. Okay, so she wrestled someone named Bambi. I thought it was Peggy. I thought for years it was Peggy Lee Leathers. I guess she wrestled in WCW. Wow, no wonder they were so upset that I heckled this lady. Well,
Peggy Lee using the weight to her advantage.
She's gonna slam her.
Peggy doesn't care who she hurts or what she breaks as long as she wins it.
Mickey Knuckles. Mickey Knuckles was trained by Ian Rotten and then came up through IWA Mid-South right around the time that I was going to a lot of IWA Mid-South shows. So yeah, she was like basically Ian's right hand at that point in IWA Mid-South back in like 2004 to 2006.
The match.
She slammed her right on that cement, David. That's tough in any league.
Oh, hell.
And the people hate her. They despise her.
This is the WWN. Right there with a backbreaker, right across the knee of Peggy Lee. And she's moving in. Wendy right on the belly.
Peggy has to be one of the most vicious women in professional wrestling today.
Oh, another full body slam, and Peggy's going up to the second rope.
She's going for a big splash. But nobody's home. Jackknife.
And he's calling her up.
Got her. That's it.
At the end, if you want to, we can try to find that Mickey because now I know the actual person in the match. We can probably find it. I don't know how much of it you'll actually be able to hear, though.
Jackknife by Candy Devine.
I kept like telling Mickey just to beat the brakes off of her because she was really like Mickey worked really stiff and she was working really soft, but it's because she was Bambi's a legend. So, but I think she should have went tough on her. Now this looks pretty. Is this their big show or are they showing something from a long time ago?
You know, Dick, Peggy Lee actually beat herself. You take a chance when you dive off the top rope.
That's right.
There's Jimmy. Rex Teener and Graham versus Carter and Saad.
Bruiser Bedlam comes to Adrian.
There's some debate over that, Blazer. Ian claims that they had a side thing going while Ian was married to Patty at the time. Mickey, last I knew, she was kind of denying it, but there was a big confrontation on a podcast over it. But all I know is Ian Rotten hated Jim Cornette. That's all we heard about, because Jim Cornette was suspected of calling all the armories and getting Ian ran out of the buildings.
Michigan, the National Guard Armory, Saturday night, November the 21st at 8 o'clock with
They
two
were a
title
hot- that
matches
was
on
a
that
hot
program.
crowd.
The World Tag Team belts will be on the line. Dr. Jerry Graham and Scott Recksteiner defending those belts. Also, the world's heavyweight champion, the Great Wojo, with a title.
Wait, Scott Reichsteiner, is that our old boy, Big Papa Pump?
Defense, Saturday, November the 21st in Adrian. In addition to those two title matches, here are some of the great stars you'll see on that program. Bulldog Don Kent, Chris Carter, Jason, Muhammad Jihad.
Have women always been involved in wrestling? I don't know that they've always been involved in wrestling, but like, at least as long as I've been alive, they were around. But I think they were treated predominantly like the midgets. They were like an attraction on the card, and you didn't see them all the time. It was kind of like a big deal when the women wrestlers came to the WWF house shows. Same with the midgets. You hardly ever got to see them. So I think they've always kind of been around. How the hell did Miller sponsor it? You might be thinking like that they're contacting the Miller corporate office, and instead Dick the Bruiser probably is friends with whoever the beer distributor is for that region. I'm guarantee you he probably is. So it's a local sponsorship, but they have probably like so much advertising budget. You know what I mean?
Saad, Cowboy Rex Bodie, Calypso Jim, Denny Cass, Prince Mama Muhammad, and many more. Advance tickets at Utah Ice Cream.
Oh boy, back to this again, huh? Well, what's going on with these egg prices? Ooh! Oh Lord, I ain't no motherfucking leopard. I ain't got no motherfucking spots. And a leopard come around me, he ain't gonna have no motherfucking spots. You know what I'm saying?
To avenge not only what happened to his son, David, his 16-year-old son, this merciless attack at the hands of Chris Carter, but also to get a little bit of revenge for all the other people on that hit list. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock at the Lucas County Recreation Center, it all comes down, all-out war between Dr. Jerry Graham and Chris Carter. A quick rundown of the rest of the card, which is a sensational one from top to bottom. The dog collar chain match. This will be the chain involved in it, the chain attached to the dog collars of both the Great Wojo, the World Heavyweight Champion, and Bulldog Don Kent, and the title will be on the line. In tag team action, imagine what's going to happen when these four collide.
I feel like that Bulldog match was kind of like a spoiler. It was like a high runner.
Jason teams up with Muhammad Jihad Saad.
So Jason Voorhees, imagine you go down to your local indie wrestling company, and Jason Voorhees teaming up with someone named Muhammad Jihad.
Scott Recksteiner and Calypso Jim. The midget
Scott Recksteiner, that's him. That's Big Papa Pump.
Wrestlers will be on hand tomorrow night. El Bracero against Prince Mama Muhammad with Crystal K handcuffed to the ring post. Cowboy Rex Bodie meets the Skinhead. The Wild Man against Roger Ruffin. Now remember, that main event will not be televised. The only opportunity for you to see it will be there in person tomorrow night. Now, I understand Chris Carter is very near and is due to come out here in a little while.
Boy.
Evidently, he feels this calm exterior that you're displaying gives him sort of a little leeway to be near you.
Let him think what he wants, Terry, because we're still looking forward to tomorrow night, less than 24 hours away. I've been using self-hypnosis. I've been keeping myself calm. I've been keeping myself cool and collected. And I plan to stay this way until the bell rings tomorrow night. And all the hatred that built up inside of me.
That's what I was wondering, if he was the guy from the Vikings.
When I saw my son carried out of that ring on a stretcher, I mean, he didn't just slap the kid around. I mean, they showed the match enough.
I'd bring Hurricane Paro in to say he was going to rape this guy's son.
Over the past few weeks, he backbreakered him. He suplexed him, and he pile-drivered him.
Suplexed him and pile-drivered him.
Which to me is unconscionable. It's unthinkable. It's
I don't have any idea what this guy's talking about.
Despicable. But that's okay. I'm not going to scream. I'm not going to throw myself up and down. People have seen me psyching myself up for matches before. This all comes out when the bell rings. And when it does, these tape fists, as you start to sweat, and as you start to get into the match, these things become harder and harder and harder. And the trick to a brass knuckles match,
And he pile drivered him.
you got to open the guy up as quick as you can. You got to get that blood flowing as quick as you can down in his eyes. You've got to blind him, and you've got to hurt him. And that's what.
So what happened? His son is a wrestler, and then he's a retired. This guy obviously is a retired wrestler, right? So his son's a wrestler. He got beat up, so now the dad's coming in to avenge the son.
What's going to happen tomorrow? And I'm not.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
I don't even believe you're out here with this man.
You know something, Sullivan? First off, I want to say one thing with him present. That is that I don't feel any remorse for anything that I've done. However, yesterday afternoon, I was reviewing a tape of a tape fist brass knuckle match with Wild Bull Curry and Johnny Valentine. And
Wild Bull Curry.
You know, Sullivan, it's too brutal.
I'll say so.
I don't think I can do it. Later on, I found out.
Getting cold feet, Carter?
No, but Valentine and Curry were both out of wrestling for 3 months after this match, Sullivan, and I don't think I can do it.
And neither one of them had beaten up the other guy's son.
No wonder nobody's buying any tickets. What's this guy talking about? Gosh, I don't know if I don't think I can win this match. Like, people were making fun of Tracy Smothers in Memphis for being like, I'm gonna go out there and do my best, man. I'm gonna give it all I got. This guy's like, I don't want to. I'm really worried about this. What if I sustain an injury?
Neither.
I don't think I'll wrestle in any kind of match at all, but the tape fist, it's just too dangerous, Sullivan. It's far too dangerous. I don't have any remorse for anything that I've done, but it's just.
Well, you got the contract. It's been signed. There's no way out. You're going to be in that ring tomorrow night.
Find out about that contract, Sullivan. I'm going to go find out about it right now.
Too late now. It appears he is getting a little bit of the case of the cold feet, but tomorrow night, they will meet Carter and Graham together in the ring with the fists taped. That Brass Knucks main event, it'll never be shown on TV, and you won't want to miss it. So be there in person tomorrow night at 8 o'clock at the Lucas County Recreation Center. Graham and Carter on that main event. Also, the dog collar chain match for the World Heavyweight Championship. The Great Wojo against Bulldog Don Kent. The midgets on hand, and much, much more at 8 o'clock.
Can we have a promise that will be never shown on television?
Tomorrow night at the Lucas County Rec Center.
Well, it's just us again. Just black screen, void. Still better than Bulldog Don Kent. What is going on with this? Is this like maybe they're edited for copyright or something?
Wrestlers and wrestling fans and officials from around the world literally are talking about the despicable tactics of Chris Carter recently.
Well, I thought he was a wait. He's not. It's just he just went to his house and beat up his. I thought it was like a Bruno David Sammartino type of thing.
They're saying are extremely.
So this guy beat up the guy's kid, pile drivered him, backbreakered him, body slammered him. Then he tries to get payback, and the guy's like, I don't want to fight you, buddy. I don't want to fight you. Bad things happen to Johnny Valentine.
Unfavorable to you. There's a lot of people that feel very strongly about your actions, and a lot of people giving at least vocal support at this point in time to Dr. Jerry Graham.
Once again, Terry, there's pros and cons to every issue. Now, I've received several favorable letters since this has happened. In fact, there's many people writing in saying that the International Freedom Fighters should change.
Showtime, don't you hate characters like this guy who just he just is never taking a stand? He's always just keeping an open mind about everything.
Their names to the Lords of Discipline. So, Terry.
The Lords of Discipline.
There's a lot of people that feel what I did was just and right.
It was a crime is what it was.
Breaking up? I shouldn't be. I don't see anything on my end for once. If the audio's cutting out, you might have to leave and come back in. I think I've seen some people have to do that. I don't understand why, though.
And we'll take you back to ringside for a few moments of that memorable encounter between Chris Carter and Muhammad Jihad Saad as they take on Dr. Jerry Graham and Scott Rechsteiner.
Okay, so this is Dr. Jerry Graham teaming up with
We're back on Bruiser Bedlam here, an exciting main event match for the world.
So here's Scott Steiner here. And he's teamed up with Dr. Jerry Graham. That is, what a tag team. Wow.
Tag Team Championship, the International Freedom Fighters. One half of them high in the air now, about to be power slammed by Scott Rechsteiner. The referee is there. We've got two and only two as Saad kicked out. Rechsteiner's partner, Dr. Jerry Graham. The tag off to Saad's partner, Chris Carter. The International Freedom Fighters. They wear the gold. And Sam Botek.
The International Freedom Fighters.
Junior, the titles are up for grabs tonight.
It truly is, and I'll tell you one thing. Scott Rechsteiner's in a bad way. He's been getting double-teamed by these two vicious wrestlers. He's got to get over to Jerry Graham.
Even back here, I think he just looks like he's in a completely different, dimension than some of these guys.
These men know no rules, Terry. They know no way of doing one thing.
Well, they're lunatics.
They are. That's what I'm trying to say. Look out.
By the head of the hair, Rechsteiner face first into the turnbuckle. Carter turns him around. And through as he goes, he makes the tag. Doctor Jerry Graham enters the ring. And here he goes with...
So are these guys like apartheid people? Are they jihadists? What's the deal with the International Freedom Fighters?
Carter, this is the one that people have waited to see.
That's right.
The two of them going at it.
Dude, he's in, pretty ripped here even.
Healthy Dr. Jerry Graham.
Like, he puts pretty much everyone else on the roster to shame.
Cleaning up on Chris Carter. Scott Rechsteiner back into WWA. Beating the daylights out of Muhammad Jihad Saad now.
Head-on collision. Both of the tag
Okay, so they're jihadists.
team champions are down.
Chris Carter's going, no, no, no. And the good doctor is saying, class is in.
Chris meets Saad. Chris Carter, that hit list not doing him any good at now. I think of the attacks that were made on Victor, all the people who were on the hit list.
Scott Steiner started off, it's interesting to see him. Like, have you ever been listening to a podcast or something and someone will be like, oh yeah, Scott Steiner, he got his, he kind of got one of his first big starts in Dick the Bruiser's territory. And like mentally, I'm picturing something like Memphis, a full building, fans going nuts. And instead it's like, you know what I mean? Like, some of the mystique is kind of out of it now whenever someone talks about like this era of Dick the Bruiser. Cause like I had no frame of reference and now it's just like, oh.
Yourself, Sam, the
Rusty
great Wojo,
Rhodes.
Jerry Graham's 16-year-old son, David.
It's been an atrocity, Terry, but I think there's a lot of dues that are going to be paid in this match tonight.
This is the payback for
I
all
agree.
of them. This is the payback for everything. All the months and months of anguish. But Rechsteiner's in a bad way. They're double teaming him, double backdrop. And now Carter points to the doctor as if to say, you're next, pal.
You're next, pal.
They whip Dr. Jerry Graham off the ropes. And Graham catches Carter.
Here we
I
go.
would've-
Rolls up
We got
Saad.
count. 1, 2,
Oh,
3.
I've seen Jerry Graham a bunch of times, but I would not have recognized him. I didn't recognize him when he was in the interview.
My Lord, we've got a victory.
We have a new World Tag Team Championship.
The
Hold it.
belts have changed hands. Sam Botek handing in the belt to the referee, who proudly hands them over to the new champions. But an attack from behind.
Wow.
Let's stay with the live action. Rechsteiner hurled from the ring. Carter working on Graham now, and they're going to hit him with that belt, Sam.
I can't believe it. That belt weighs at least 5 pounds.
They've hit
Scott Steiner running through all the Indianapolis Rats.
Graham right on the head with that tag team championship belt. Saad is on the outside with Rechsteiner as Carter keeps on Dr. Jerry Graham. And this is exactly the kind of thing that we hoped against hope would not happen.
I can't believe this mayhem is going on.
Graham is out of the ring.
They're
Carter
not the
standing into the
champions.
ring, but the
They're
title.
not
Oh,
the
here he
Look,
is.
there's David. That's the kid who was on the list. That's
Right.
Jerry Graham's son.
Right. He's
Carter's
helping
out there. Oh my God!
No, I can't believe this has happened.
He
He's
hit
hit
Oh,
him
man, he
the
laid
outside.
into him.
He hit.
Now we're talking.
No, get
Oh,
him.
come on.
Hey, get him
Oh,
away from
man,
him.
he just...
Where's security, Jerry?
Oh.
I am shocked.
I can't believe this.
Chris Carter has pulled Dr. Jerry Graham's 16-year-old son into the ring. And he's lifting him. Get the camera on the
Oh,
ring.
come on.
Keep the camera in the ring.
Come on, referee.
Now
He's been
this
hit
is
by a
good
11-year-old
shit.
Kid, for God's
my-
sakes.
Oh, he's 16, but still, for heaven's sakes.
Oh,
no, he's
come
gonna pile
on.
driving.
Oh, come on.
He
This
suplexed him.
This isn't human, Terry.
A 16-year-old kid, Dr. Jerry Graham, has now gotten to his feet. Let's keep it on
A
the
pile
ring.
driver on this poor kid.
Here comes Jerry Graham, and this guy's
Amazing.
going to have to be taken to the hospital. Poor David. I can't believe it. But Dr. Jerry Graham now being beaten senseless.
Oh, total mayhem is gone here.
The referee trying to help out David.
I think we're seeing the flashback, right? By grace I am saved. We're seeing what got us to where we are now.
Oh, this kid. Wojo's out here now trying to help this youngster out.
This is absolutely the most despicable thing that I've seen in all the years that I've done wrestling. I have never, ever seen a wrestler viciously attack an adolescent, a 16-year-old man. I can't believe it.
I'm
Hold on.
speechless, Terry. I can't believe this.
Hold on, the great Wojo is a good guy? I thought he was the heel.
What has happened here, fans? Chris Carter, Muhammad Jihad Saad attacked
Muhammad Jihad.
this poor young child of Dr. Jerry Graham. Piled
I got to get a different strain. I'll be right back.
drive him, beat him, senseless. I just can't believe what has happened here, fans.
Terrible thing. I never saw nothing like it in my life. Carter, you're going to pay for this. You're going to pay for this, Carter.
The great Wojo making comments. I just can't believe this has happened. Jerry Graham's son, David, being put on a stretcher. We don't know exactly right now, ladies and gentlemen, what kind of damage has been done to this poor child. But this is the works of Chris Carter and Muhammad Jihad Saad. All right.
We're taking a look at it again here.
What do you mean pile drivers are not approved methods of depraved sexual acts? You never seen somebody execute the pile driver?
This is an absolute outrage. I wonder if they can throw him in jail for this.
I
Put
hope
him in
so.
jail.
I'll testify, Terry.
You know, the commission, the WWA, talks about things that happen outside of the ring of which they have no control. Well, right here, in front of all of our eyes, on videotape, we have seen it. What a tragedy.
An
We have seen
assault
Chris
on a
Carter.
minor. An
Yeah.
assault on a child.
And you know what? The hit list has now been totally fulfilled.
It has.
How could we have imagined it? We do have new World Tag Team Champions. Jerry Graham and Chris Carter have won the belt.
This sweet cherry kush smells amazing.
Terry, I just cannot believe what we've seen here tonight. Fans out there,
Let's take
write
a look at it
letters.
again.
Send them to the commission.
Look at that.
Write a
Look at that.
letter.
Carter hoists him up, suplexes him.
Oh.
Now, you know, there's a lot of wrestlers, 250-pounders, who are put away with moves like that, Sam.
They can't take that. What they've done here tonight should live in infamy. And I hope the commission brings them up on charges.
Hold on.
And, of course, as Wojo...
Well, why should we have to write the commissioner? Is this another Eddie Marlin, a guy that just doesn't do shit? Like, he should be automatically, I mean, there's nothing about this that should be allowed.
said he's a great high school wrestler, and you know what weight class he wrestles in? It's about 124.
Look at here. Jerry
125.
Graham taking revenge out for his son. But the damage has been done already.
Oh, I have a feeling there's going to be a lot more than that that's going to take part from Dr. Jerry Graham and
That's true, and I think there's actually a policy that you take your, that you assume some risk when you come to a, environment like this. I don't know how well it would hold up in court.
Chris Carter. There's going to be a lot more chapters to this particular tale.
Fans, we can't believe what we've seen here tonight. Our
Well,
apologies.
A tragic outcome in a way, yet on the other hand, the tag team champions are now Dr. Jerry Graham and Scott Rechsteiner.
That guy ragdolled him. None of it looked like it was like really hard hitting, but it looked good. It looked kind of, that pile driver especially looked like kind of jank, like he just wanted to hurry up and just hurt him and get the fuck out of the ring.
Let's take a look at a bit of the action which happened just a bit earlier in this particular bout. You can see the double team here as Dr. Jerry Graham broke that up very quickly.
And there went the pin, Terry.
Got side on the small package, couldn't quite get him.
And that's when they got the belts.
He got him right there. They won the World Tag Team Championships, but I'm sure that's all.
What a price to pay, Terry.
Yeah, exactly. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, the tragic outcome of this title change match. We will return with Bruiser Bedlam in a moment. Wrestling fans, prepare yourself for an offer you can't refuse. For the first time, Bruiser Bedlam has assembled their best matches on one of the most exciting, wild, and bloody video cassettes you'll ever witness. With the incomparable expertise of the world's most dangerous wrestler, Dick the Bruiser, and yours truly, Terry Sullivan, we track two of the wildest feuds ever seen in professional wrestling. You'll see the unforgettable upset of the century when Scott Rechsteiner first met the Great Wojo. You'll see Dr. Jerry Graham and Chris Carter as a tag team, and later on as mortal enemies. You'll see the still talked about tag match with the ring surrounded by barbed wire, one of the bloodiest matches ever. And last but not least, the match that has never been seen on television, Dr. Jerry Graham versus Chris Carter. For your copy, send $29.95 plus $3.
You want to see him protected by a woman?
Postage and handling to Bruiser Bedlam, Post Office Box 6883, Toledo, Ohio 43612. That's Bruiser Bedlam, Post Office Box 6883, Toledo 43612. Or use Master.
It says October 31st, 1987, and then if you go down here, it says this episode originally aired in 1990. Graham really applied the figure 4 well, somebody said. Huh.
Card or Visa by calling 419-476-2297. That's 419-476-2297. Act now. Supplies are...
Oh, look at this guy. I'm going to have to change the title. The thing that I looked at said Indiana. So they're listing his last name as Rex Steiner instead of like Rex. I mean, isn't it like Rex? His actual last name is like Rex Steiner. Against Golden Lion and the Black Genie. Was that the Golden Lion? Oh. Yeah, it's Scott Steiner. I wasn't sure if it was him the first time they brought it up, though, because the thing says Rex Steiner, but I thought his name was like R-E-I-C-A, like Reichsteiner or Rex Steiner, whatever. It is spelled differently. That would make sense then. Just an empty screen. Real awkward hours.
For a few of your cronies, hasn't it?
Well, Terry, that's your opinion that he looks good since he's been back. But the Oriental figure 4 leg lock is a very dangerous maneuver. And
wait, what's an Oriental figure 4 leg lock?
The end of this particular match, my good friend Muhammad Jihad Saad told me, he says, I can break that hold. He says, and I will prove it to everyone. And that's exactly what he did.
Not quite the way I remember it.
Well, okay. I'll admit Jerry Graham got the hold on him, okay?
Right.
I'll admit it.
Well, he let him put the hold on him.
Right.
The point was he said he could break it.
He broke it with sheer strength, Terry. This man squats with 1,700 pounds.
Well, I don't know. I think we're talking about a different match here. Let's go and see what happens now as Dr. Jerry Graham and Scott Rechsteiner take on the Black Genie and the Golden Lion.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the tag team match. One fall with a 20-minute time limit.
Oh, my Lord. Take a look at this
Introducing
guy,
first
the
from
Golden
Hollywood,
Lion.
California. Weighing in today at 299 pounds, the Golden Lion.
Finally, a
and
real
his tag
wrestler.
team partners from parts unknown, weighing 252 pounds, the Black
Heck,
Genie.
I threw something at him. The Black
Their
Genie.
opponents, ladies and gentlemen, making their way to the ring.
What a tag team tandem this is. We're going to actually get to see Scott Steiner versus the Black Genie.
With a combined weight of 495 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Jerry Graham and Scott Rex Steiner.
And here we go. I'm Terry Sullivan with Sam Botek Jr. at ringside.
Oh, wow.
And here we go. Scott Rechsteiner and Dr. Jerry Graham facing these two guys, the Golden Lion on your left and the Black Genie.
These two guys.
This should be an excellent tag team bout here. The Golden Lion, definitely some stiff competition here. Dr. Jerry Graham and Scott Rechsteiner, we call them sort of the odd couple of tag team wrestling.
But they're one of the best, if not the best.
They are. The different styles just seem to complement each other. They work very, very well together.
Well,
What's
Dr.
up, Benny?
Graham will be trying on for size the Golden Lion. Let's see how they make a break here. I wouldn't
Where did Rick Steiner start? I don't know, to be honest.
trust him.
Graham back on the ropes. Let's see if we get a clean break. No, sir.
Scott Steiner being on here is like a complete surprise to me.
Not too wise a move.
No. You don't get the doctor upset.
This Black Genie looks like he is not on this planet.
Wow.
Well, if Scott Rechsteiner gets a hold of him, he may not be on
That's
this
for
planet.
sure. You're gonna look in his eyes.
Oh, I don't believe what I just saw. The Golden Lion slapped
Look at him.
Dr. Jerry Graham
The
Jr.
Black Genie.
Oh, fun time. Now, you better run. The Lion better go back to the jungle.
They lock up again. Graham back onto the ropes. Let's see if Graham's going to let him do it a third time. He blocks it. Turns the Golden Lion around and musses up those golden locks. Arm drag takes the Lion down. He walks into a second one.
What's going on with Graham here? Alcoholism?
The Golden Lion quite irate at the treatment he has received here. Boy, he does complain a lot, doesn't he?
He does. That's he's a moaner.
He just asks for it.
He's a moaner.
And he's gonna
Rechsteiner
get, oh,
coming down off of that second rope. And Rechsteiner.
You said Steiner comes into Memphis. When does he come in? Does he come in later on? Well, this is supposed. Well, I don't know. Supposedly, I guess this says 87, but they said it. One thing says 87. One thing says 90.
Didn't quite get him up in a full slam. Took him off
Did anybody happen to notice in like the live event ad if they had a year?
his feet nonetheless, though.
that's a lot of weight to
That
pick
sure
up.
is. And here he comes. The Black Genie moves
I don't think that's Mustafa. He doesn't. If he is, he looks real chill.
in. Scott Rechsteiner hoists him up, though. Drops him down to the backbreaker. In with the elbow. Another one.
88.
Rechsteiner backs him into the ropes. And he caught a clothesline. Oh, that was a vicious one.
That's what I was thinking. I don't even know that Dick the Bruiser was he even running in 1990?
That may have knocked him out.
This could be.
The Golden Lion taking a shot from Scott Rechsteiner as Graham moves in behind the Black Genie. Graham fighting away with the Genie as Rechsteiner and the Golden Lion go at it. We've got all four of them in
We've
there.
got Bruiser Bedlam going on here.
And the collision head on. The Lion is out of here.
Lion's bailed out.
Rechsteiner going to work now on the Black Genie. Double
Black
teaming
Genie.
over the top, drop kick.
Oh man!
Here comes that move again.
Yikes!
The Oriental.
Oriental.
The Lion is out of here.
Lion's bailed out.
No, I think it's 87. But for some reason, the guy listed as 87 in the title, but then down here it's 1990.
Rechsteiner going to work now on the Black Genie. Double teaming over the top, drop kick.
Oh man!
Here comes that move again. The Oriental.
Figure four.
Oriental figure four.
He's got him locked in it.
It's a submission hold.
Yeah, ring the bell. That's it. Dr. Jerry Graham has won another one here with that Oriental
What
figure
an
four.
incredible move. I've got to talk to Jerry Graham about this.
Taught to him by the legendary Oriental wrestler Tor Kamada about a year ago.
Kamada.
Well,
What is Carter doing?
We got side of the ring. Sam Botek's going to go in and try to find out what side wants in there.
Oh,
Wait a
this
minute,
is
hold on here.
Muhammad Jihad.
Dr. Graham, what do we have the problem? What do you want?
What condition? Scott, you go back inside. You leave me with Graham. Unless you apply the hole on me, I'll break it. These legs will break everything.
Let me get this straight. You're saying that I can apply the figure 4 on you,
yes,
and you can break it?
Yes. Only one condition.
Ben Thorpe conducting the interview.
This filthy man has to go inside.
You agree to that, Dr. Graham?
Sure.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Jerry Graham's going to put this figure 4 hold on Muhammad Jihad Saad. Scott Recksteiner is out.
There's no way Saad will get out of this. Absolutely no way he can do it. Graham is locking him in. He's got him in it. Now let's see. We heard some
ATF Media, if you haven't listened to it, if you want to hear some absolute bullshit after bullshit stories, I think Title Match Wrestling put up the Greg Gagne shoot interview. Holy shit, man. Even Hogan doesn't lie as like obviously and blatantly as Greg does.
big talk from Muhammad Jihad Saad. Saad is trying to turn him over and he can't get him over. I don't even think if he could turn Graham over he could get out of it. I think that's what he's got in mind. Graham has got it applied. Saad is into the ropes. That's not going to get it broken for him. Saad isn't getting it done. Saad is unable to break the hold, rolling across the ring, and that looks like it's just increasing the agony and the pain from the figure 4. Saad can't get out of it. He's going to have to submit here. He's going to have to submit and cry uncle, call it off.
Now, if old boy can hold out this long and not tap, your submission sucks.
There's no way Saad can break this hold. Dr. Jerry Graham.
I hate long, drawn-out submissions like this. I think it makes him look really weak.
He's been so well schooled. Uh-oh, Carter. Chris Carter has dropped into the ring. Carter has entered the ring. He is working on Graham.
Like, he should have given him like 5 seconds to try to get out of it, and when he didn't, just come in and attack him, in my opinion.
Sam Botek is right there. Look out, Sam. Look out, Sam. Sam is basically powerless to do anything here. Saad, I'm surprised that Saad can even walk. They're setting up Graham's leg here, but look out. Oh, body slam by Sam Botek, and he drops an elbow on Muhammad Jihad Saad. But look out, Carter. Head's cut loose on Sam Botek. Carter sucker punching Sam Botek as Saad and Graham go at it. Here comes Wojo and Recksteiner.
I always picked Chris Carter for like 3 or 4 years in a row on 2K because I feel like he was like one of the best players in the game in that series for like a little bit, or at least receiver-wise.
Botek throwing him in on Carter. Recksteiner taking care of Saad. And the International Freedom Fighters bail out of this.
We were talking about what it's like to watch Friends with no laugh track. This is like what it's like to watch like one of those big Memphis brawls, but with no heat at all. Like with the crowd just completely checked out and the wrestlers not really trying a lot.
Fans, we're back with more in a moment.
They should beat up that guy's son again.
Dr. Graham.
Hey, Mike, which camera's on? Which camera's on? Which camera's on? Listen, I've had it. This is the end. This is the end. Listen, Carter, Saad, Don Kent. There's only 2 men in this business that I trust, and one's on my left, one's on my right, and we got Sam Botek, so let me make it 3. Now listen, mister. Anytime, any place, anywhere Bruiser Bedlam goes, you can have a 4-man tag, a 6-man tag, or an 8-man tag. Because the people are fed up with this. I'm fed up with this. And I know that Wojo and Scott and Botek are fed up with it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Jerry Graham. Be back more with Bruiser Bedlam.
Here's a special message from Bruiser Bedlam to all those of you who belong to clubs and organizations. Bruiser Bedlam, the perfect way to raise money for your club's treasury. We bring all the greatest names in the world of professional wrestling to your town. If you'd like.
That's true, Anand. What a resume.
More information, write to us. We'll send you all the details. Write to Bruiser Bedlam, Post Office Box 6883, Toledo, Ohio 43612. Bring all the great stars of Bruiser Bedlam. It'll be a night of professional wrestling action you'll never, ever forget. We're on our way. We'd love to come to your town. Write to us.
You're doing edibles this morning? Nice. I would like to. I need to. I honestly, like I said, I've seen Jerry Graham before. I don't know what my brain just doesn't recognize 1987 Jerry Graham. Like, it doesn't even seem like the same person. Ken Patera. Here's another awkward.
From miles and miles around the Toledo area, everybody wants to see what's going to happen when Dr. Jerry Graham gets in the ring with Chris Carter tomorrow night. Make sure you're there. Action time is 8 o'clock, and it is going to be...
Well, not yet he hadn't, I don't think. That was post-Smoky Mountain, right? That he went on his rampages?
All-out wars, we've said in that main event.
Or no, I guess he might have done that. He had some crimes before that and after that, I think.
Fist brass knucks match between Dr. Jerry Graham and Chris Carter. Remember, it'll never be shown on television. So if you want to see it, you got to be there in person tomorrow night and cheer on Dr. Jerry Graham. He's got a lot of things to avenge against Chris Carter. Also, the dog collar chain match. The Great Wojo putting on the line the World Heavyweight Wrestling Championship against Bulldog Don Kent. We've got a great tag team bout. The Mysterious Jason teams up with the Lebanese freedom fighter Mohammed Jihad Saad as they face Calypso Jim and Scott Rechsteiner. The midget wrestlers will be on the program. A great highlight for everybody. The midget's back in town tomorrow night. El Bracero in a return match with Prince Mama Mohammed, the Prince's manager, Crystal K, who got a little carried away, kept interfering in the match last time. This time she'll be handcuffed to the ring post. It'll be the Wild Man against Roger Ruffin. Also, we welcome back Cowboy Rex Bodie, directly back from Texas tomorrow night, against a guy with a big reputation, pretty brutal reputation, the Skinhead.
Yes, sir, Terry. Well, before I get started, I can say hi to all.
He was like, okay, I got the idea for the next main event, guys. We're gonna fucking a cowboy against a skinhead. And they're like, yeah, that's amazing.
All my fans out there, and a special howdy to all my buckaroos.
I'm sure they'll all be there to watch you tomorrow night against this man who's been banned in England.
Terry, he is so mean, that fella. He is just vicious. Terry, I had a fella over there, a friend of mine, fella. Went to England to watch some wrestling over there, and this skinhead is so vicious, he just picked up a chair and he broke my friend's leg. Well, skinhead, fellas like you, I enjoy hurting. Skinhead, I'm gonna grab a hold of your big, bald, bony bonnet, and I'm gonna bulldog you. Woohoo! And I need you all out there to watch me tomorrow night. Come on, buckaroos, you bring your mom and dad, and all your friends.
Good luck to you tomorrow night, 8 o'clock at the Rec Center.
Oh, you hate it when they have to e-beg. It wasn't enough anymore just to be like, hey, buckaroos, I'm going to be down there. I'm gonna whip this skinhead's ass. What's going to be, a rodeo, whatever? Now you have to be like, come on, kids. Make sure you bring your mom and dad. Could you grab a couple friends from the neighborhood? Yee-haw!
Wrestling fans, prepare yourself for an offer you can't refuse. For the first time, Bruiser Bedlam has assembled their best matches on one of the most exciting, wild, and bloody video cassettes you'll ever witness. With the incomparable expertise of the world's most dangerous wrestler, Dick the Bruiser, and yours truly, Terry Sullivan, we track two of the wildest feuds ever seen in professional wrestling. You'll see the unforgettable upset of the century when Scott Rechsteiner first met the Great Wojo. You'll see Dr. Jerry Graham and Chris Carter as a tag team, and later on as mortal enemies. You'll see the still talked about tag match with the ring surrounded by barbed wire, one of the bloodiest matches ever. And last but not least, the match that has never been seen on television, Dr. Jerry Graham versus Chris Carter. For your copy, send $29.95 plus $3 postage and handling to Bruiser Bedlam, Post Office Box 6883.
I think the reason I don't recognize Graham maybe is because I have only seen like his like peak pictures and some short clips of him from like his peak era, and then I saw nothing else of him until 1987. And there's a pretty big gap in there.
Toledo, Ohio 43612. That's Bruiser Bedlam, Post Office Box 6883, Toledo 43612. Or use MasterCard or Visa by calling 419-476-2297. That's 419-476-2297. Act now. Supplies are limited.
Do you guys ever hear like a story on the news about something happening at like a I'm not talking about like a big story, but I mean like if just some business is in the news because they had like a controversial customer or something, and the people from the restaurant do like an interview on TV or anything. Do you ever call the restaurant and ask them follow-up questions? I actually did call some of the numbers on Smoky Mountain Wrestling when I was doing my watch through of that. So this one is listed as September 5th, 1987. Release the archives. I'll give you $50 for 1028 reacting to Milo Yiannopoulos versus Lauren De Laguna, ex-boyfriend. Have you offered Grace $50 to release it?
Bruiser Bedlam. That's what you're going to see. The toughest, roughest wrestling in all the world, right here on this station.
Every week it gets better and better. Nothing but the greatest from all over the world of professional wrestling. Of course, Dick the Bruiser is the man who brings it all to you.
The real good stuff, from, in my opinion, from the De Laguna arc was in the Discord of her arguing with people and then saying, like, telling Grace that she just admitted to committing a felony. That's one of my favorite Discord lines ever. Definitely the peak of De Laguna for me.
Yeah, every week.
And don't forget, Terry, I go all over the world to look for the greatest wrestlers. We have the...
Is the reason for the archive being down, I did hear Grace last night say that Lynx, that either she thought or she had heard that Lynx was working for Keemstar, like going through all of her stuff, noting like TOS violations. I don't know if that's true or not, but is that why the archives are down?
The greatest wrestlers right here on Bruiser Bedlam.
I have an archive, but it's not like what people probably think. Like, I had a whole bunch of streams, but then I deleted them because I thought, like, they were just like the raw footage of stuff that was up for like months and months and months and months. But I don't have like a giant archive. Yeah, I remember Bruiser Bedlam in Smoky Mountain. Oh, wow, look at this. Miller wallpaper.
Dr. Jerry Graham, another vicious assault by Chris Carter and his henchmen. We can tell you that Jerry Graham is improving. He is convalescing at an undisclosed location at this point in time.
Terry,
and
I think it's Bellevue.
Bellevue?
Where he's having his recuperation.
That Smoky Mountain show, was that the same show or a different show where, like, Jake Roberts, I think, wrestled... Jake Roberts wrestled Dirty White Boy, I want to say. And then later on, in one of the greatest Smoky Mountain storylines ever, I don't think it was the same show, but that would have been like an incredibly stacked show. But they had Buddy Landell versus Shawn Michaels for the WWF Intercontinental title.
Well, wherever, Dr. Jerry Graham is convalescing, and I think he's got one thing in mind, and that is you. We can talk more about that a little bit later on in the program. We do have an appearance by the team of Chris Carter and Mohammed Jihad Saad on the program today. In fact, that is the match what is this guy writing down now?
Sullivan, we're just keeping an eye on you. You just keep your job, keep your nose clean, you'll be okay.
More libelous remarks from me, huh?
Libelous.
Oh. Carter and Saad set to do battle in our opening bout today against the world heavyweight champion, the Great Wojo, along with Calypso Jim. Special guest referee for this bout. You had a few problems with him, didn't you?
Well, Sullivan.
Ray Nitschke, former Green Bay Packer, one of the Miller Lite Beer All-Stars, member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, a no-nonsense referee brought in to handle all four of you, and he certainly...
Yeah, I remember that.
...certainly handled you two pretty well, I would
What are you
say.
talking about? He does not have واحد كلب وبيطلق عندي واحد وسخ.
You know, they really tied our hands because that fat Gary Warrenchak, he made a stipulation in the contract that if we laid a hand on Ray Nitschke during this match, we'd be fined $50,000.
$50,000, Sullivan. Can you believe it?
No, I don't believe it.
You don't believe it. Well,
Don't believe it at all.
they really had our hands tied, I'll tell you
Yeah.
that.
Well, let's take a look at it. I think you'll find it very interesting. Wojo and Calypso Jim against Carter and Sod.
Fuck is Calypso Jim?
Boy, they're doing a job on Calypso. Sod is.
They are. As you mentioned a minute or so ago, Calypso desperately needs a
Calypso
tag.
Jim?
There was a double tackle to put both men on their backs. The fans coming to life. Dr. Jerry Graham on the outside urging Calypso. He's in the wrong corner, Don. He thinks he's looking for Wojo, but he's in the wrong corner.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, what's his name? Muhammad Jihad Saad.
And a knee right into the side by Carter.
It was Saad able to get that tag. There's a karate thrust. That's illegal.
Well,
Sam Botek warning him about that.
Place.
You get the feeling Dr. Jerry Graham would like to maybe sneak up into the canvas?
No, don't you think that, you know, he's been off now since November of '86.
He's looking good, though. He's
He is.
starting to come around.
Oh, he'll be back. He'll be back. It just hasn't happened nearly as quickly as everyone would have liked. But you're right when you say that
I
he would
can't
like
make it
nothing
on
better
12
than to be
minutes out.
an active participant.
Well, he's capable.
Chris Carter.
Nitschke gave a pretty good shove to Sod to get him out of the ring.
Carter attempted a pinfall there. Couldn't get too far with it, though. Carter with the reverse chin lock on Calypso Jim. The referee, Sam Botek.
Do you notice, though, how Sam Botek, along with Ray Nitschke, they're working well together?
They are.
They really are, and they've never done so.
They've obviously had a little strategy before the match.
Now, Pop Flair, how do you feel about it the way they have it set up, though? Like, do you think it should have to have an apron on it, or do you think it's okay in this kind of setting just to go bare bones?
Seems to me like Sam Botek is getting the close-up view, and Nitschke is sort of staying in the background and watching the periphery.
Sure everything is copacetic.
Yeah. Keeping an eye on those two guys outside of the ring. Ray Nitschke, great member.
If I was working this territory, I'd be grateful for these kind of shows because you got some distance between you and the crowd. You don't have to smell all these Ohio sweat hogs.
Of the Green Bay Packers. Even he knows Dick the Bruiser, you know, when the Bruiser played back with the Packers.
He played with the Packers. They played together. No, I think he was a little bit before, yes.
Yeah.
But, oh, you talk about a mean, tough type of individual.
Chris Carter is going after Dr. Jerry Graham's newborn daughter. He's going to throw her out the window like a football.
On the gridiron, Ray Nitschke was indeed that.
He is a legend. Member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and that's pretty much says it all, I guess.
And now a Miller Lite All-Star, and that
look at the
says
ring
something
step,
for itself
too.
right there. They pick
Just like a little basic ring step.
only the best.
There's the tag. It finally happens.
Let's go, Wojo.
The World Heavyweight
Wojo is
Champion.
lousy. Oh.
He scoops up Sod. Carter's next in line.
Get that
Wojo
old
is
guy.
cleaning house. The referee
Get
is just
Donald
trying to
Pleasance
stay out of the way
ring.
here. Wojo taking care of him one after another.
You just came up with a good point. The referee's
Whoa.
trying to stay out of the way.
Wow.
Sometimes that's difficult.
Yeah, some close quarters in there when you've got 6 men. Sod into the corner. Calypso Jim moving in now. I didn't see a tag there. I guess we're going to have a
I can't tell who's refereeing the match. Bill Watts, Donald Pleasance, or the local shop teacher.
little double teaming here.
I don't think there was a tag.
Carter takes one on the head. Wojo works on Sod. In the meantime, the referee's just letting it go. Let him go. And that's probably the best thing. Dr. Jerry Graham at ringside shouting up encouragement. Advice to the two. Collision. Both of them down.
Collision at the LCRC.
Lucas County Recreation Center. Watch out, Bulldog Don Kent. What is he up to? Bulldog Don Kent hits the ring. And look out. Mayhem in there now.
Oh, he wants Wojo.
Oh,
He said a while ago he
Bulldog
wanted
outta
Wojo,
here.
and here he is.
He challenged him. The referee calls for the bell. The bell sounds. Wojo on Kent now. It's Calypso on Carter. Ray Nitschke now looks like he's going to come out and try to
There's no
restore
need
some
for that.
order here. Let's keep an eye on Ray Nitschke. He's separating the two of them.
Knock that
These
old
two,
man down.
look at that. It's Carter
that
inside the middle of the
motherfucker down.
ring
Come on.
as Wojo with a side headlock on Bulldog.
The first thing I would do is sit that old man down so he'd quit grabbing on me.
Don Kent and Wojo. He just slammed Don Kent right into the side here. It's Wojo and Kent going at it. Fist for fist here. Wojo and Kent. Wojo just throws him right down into the dugout. Ladies and gentlemen,
Dude, that's it. The only thing that's going on is he's pointing at things and trying to prevent wrestlers from wrestling.
The result of this qualification, the winners, the team of Calypso Jim and the Great Wojo.
Announcer, I can hear an echo.
You can't see it. It's right below the cameras, but Kent and Wojo continue to fight. Nitschke's got a hold of Kent now, pulling him.
He's pulling Bulldog out of the dugout.
Right by the dog collar. Nitschke's got him by the dog collar, and he's getting him out of here. Look at him go.
Thank God,
he's taking him right out of here.
All I could hear Ray Nitschke say was, "Come on, you guys, break it up. Come on, you guys, break it up."
Let's go.
You know, Kent is the kind of guy we could tell when he made that challenge to the Great Wojo.
I'm gonna grab this guy and I'm just gonna walk down to the other end with him.
Joe here in the microphone.
Oh, here's Carter. He just laid it on Botek.
Oh no. It's Saad and Carter working together on Botek now. Jerry Graham is in there. He's unaware of what's going on
Love to see it.
just a few feet from him. And the both of them attacking Dr. Jerry Graham now. Botek is down and Graham is down. And we've got to have some kind of assistance here. I don't know where Wojo's gotten to. Now this is just totally ludicrous here.
Some of these body slam styles are really interesting.
It's definitely out of hand.
I mean, if you're in the stands, you have to come down at this point, right? I mean, the referees are out. There's serious trouble going on. I feel like you have to come down to the ring.
And Saad together, double teaming Botek, and there comes Scott Rechsteiner.
Uh-oh.
The former world champion. God, I didn't even know he was
that
here.
would be just my luck. I'd choose to hit the ring right as Scott Steiner got in there.
Tonight.
Nobody knew he was here. He just came out of the crowd.
Scott Rechsteiner has hit the ring, and he's going after.
Where did he come from?
Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Rechsteiner in the ring. I don't know where Rechsteiner came from. Technically, he's barred from here, but look at that press on Chris Carter, a press slam. Technically, he lost that loser leave town match down, as you well know, some months back, but nobody cares right now.
Oh, not at all. The man is here. He's the hero of the moment.
Scott Steiner's like, listen, guys, I'm out here wrestling. I'm not getting much feedback. If I don't get 5 cheers in the next 5 minutes, we're going to front row view only.
Dr. Jerry Graham just laid a good one in on Saad.
What a physical specimen.
What was that?
Rechsteiner.
You know, many people have claimed that the man with the mask, Senior X, was in fact Scott Rechsteiner.
X.
Whether that's true or false, I don't know. But one thing is for sure, Rechsteiner certainly came here at a good time.
He came out of the crowd, Terry.
Literally.
He didn't come out of the dugout. He didn't come out from the far end. He came out of the crowd. So apparently was here enjoying the matches tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Well,
Dr.
if
Jerry
he came
Graham.
out of the crowd, we need to get a police officer down there to arrest him for trespassing. We cannot allow fans to intervene in these matches. It sets a bad precedent.
And Scott Rechsteiner.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely. Even being super green, he botched a couple pretty good spots in those matches, but overall, like, really good.
Carter still not done with. Oh, head first into that steel buckle. And Rechsteiner.
A real natural, like Jeff Jarrett. Without the copyright.
And Graham. As Saad and Carter make a quick, a hurried, and a strategic retreat out of here.
Victory by disqualification there for the Great Wojo and Calypso Jim due to the outside interference by Bulldog Don Kent.
Oh, that's the only way they can win a match is on a DQ anyway.
So if I slid into the ring just as Scott Steiner slid in and we were like face to face, do you think if I did the Ric Flair beg off and like dropped down to my knees and did like the exaggerate, do you think that would at least save me some of the beating?
But you know something, it's a real funny thing to me, you know, how ever since Don Kent defeated the Great Wojo in a single match, the Great Wojo has taken partner after partner and hidden behind him in a tag match because he will not face Kent head on because he knows that Kent will beat him.
I don't think that's the case at all. I think Wojo is willing to face anybody. He always has.
Well, why is he always hiding behind the tag team
I
partners
don't think
now?
he's hiding. He's happened to sign for a tag team match. What's that
And then when he's like, okay, buddy, you learned your lesson, then hit him right in the nuts.
got to do with anything?
Ever since, it's a real funny thing because ever since then, Sullivan, he has been hiding.
Do you know for a fact that he's turned down a challenge from Kent?
Yes, I do. For a fact, I do.
And of course, it was great to see the appearance by Scott Rechsteiner out there to ringside. Luckily, Scott Rechsteiner was in attendance.
Luckily. You mean luckily Senior X was in attendance? See?
Yes. No,
right?
I didn't say that.
Let me tell you something. It just goes to prove.
What are you bringing up Senior X for?
Because he's Scott Rechsteiner.
I'm not talking about Senior X. I'm
It just
talking
goes
about
to
Scott
prove the
Rechsteiner.
point that Scott Rechsteiner is in the area, he's in the vicinity, and that Senior X is Scott Rechsteiner, and I will prove
Wait
that.
a minute. Let's call in Gary Warrenchak, Vice President of the WWA. All right, he's got somewhat of a point. He claims that Senior X is Scott Rechsteiner. Scott Rechsteiner jumped into the ring. Are you taking any action about this?
Carter's been claiming this for weeks. Scott Rechsteiner has family in the area. He was visiting family.
From Ann Arbor.
We talked afterward. It was good to see Scott. He said, and I agree, he has every right in the world, like any other citizen, to buy a ticket to a baseball game, to see a wrestling match. So in the process, he saw his friend, Dr. Jerry Graham, being attacked by two men, not one, but two. So he did what any friend would do, and he got in the ring, and he made the odds a little more even.
Well.
And you yourself, you asked Scott Rechsteiner.
Oh, no.
You asked Scott Rechsteiner right there. You said, "Are you Senior X?" And what did he say?
He said no.
He said no. Now Scott
Eddie,
Rechsteiner
but what's he gonna say?
is a
See?
clean cut. He was an All-American wrestler at the University of Michigan. He's a clean-cut American boy.
Wait a minute, Warrenchak. You know something? I'll tell you what. Before too long, without a doubt, I will prove that Senior X is Scott Rechsteiner, and I'll have your head too.
Well, until you can prove it, stop saying it.
Wait a minute. The guy comes out here and talks to me like that? Does he?
Hey, Reptilian Richard Ramirez. This dude has the charisma of Lynx. I never really watched much of Lynx. I tried to see if I had something like old boy was wearing. I don't know. These are about as close as I can get. What do you think? To our buddy there, Chris Carter. Pretty similar. I think these are some kind of weird, I don't know, kind of fucked up. Okay.
You know who I am? Scott Rechsteiner and Senior X are one and the same. So I told you that you believe me, don't you? I think you've got the proof there. But don't throw it out right now. Don't pull it out right now. But Sullivan, I'll tell you something. You know that Senior X.
I don't know anything.
Just because, big deal. So I says to Scott Rechsteiner, you Senior X? He says, no. So I'm just going to take that as that, right?
Why not?
Muhammad, what else did he say?
You know something? He ولك.
Tell him, Muhammad.
هو سكوت ريكستاينر عارف كيف؟ لأنه he had no business being in there. Even if he is Rechsteiner, was his name under the contract supposed to be in the WWE event? He was supposed to be even suspended anyway, even if he was.
Well, I don't think he would have had to jump into the ring had you not attacked Dr. Jerry Graham.
He had no
the way you
business
did,
being in there.
and Calypso Jim, and Sam Botek.
خرب بيتك شو
I think you brought it on yourself.
Something happens with Jerry Graham.
Yeah, I have a couple playlists of Atlantic Grand Prix.
You know, why doesn't he just get about 20 guys to wrestle me inside, okay? Because it always turns out that way.
You sound a little
I mean,
paranoid.
it's like we sign a match for a tag, and then all of a sudden here comes Graham, Ray Nitschke, Sam Botek, and Scott Rechsteiner. I mean, it's like 20 against 1. That's okay, though. We'll take it
You
as
sound a
it
little
comes.
paranoid.
No
Senior
paranoia here,
X.
brother.
Well, of course, that tag team bout took place before your latest assault, which happened this time to be Dr. Jerry Graham, the latest name eliminated from your hit list. And in case you missed that on last week's program, when we return, we'll repeat that particular segment.
Our great new season 4 Bruiser Bedlam.
Oh,
We
I
open it
love
up
this.
on Sunday, October the 4th. The brand new home of Bruiser Bedlam, the Lucas County Recreation Center, out of Maumee on Key Street. 8 o'clock is action time. Tickets at the Miller Country Store, all Shed locations. Or you can order your tickets now by Visa and MasterCard. All you do is call the number on your screen right now. Sunday, October 4th, Lucas County Recreation Center. And fans, you're going to see the great
Would you trust Dick the Bruiser with your credit card information?
Wojo put the WWA heavyweight title on the line against Bulldog Don Kent, who feels he should be the champion today. And then, on that main event, everybody's waiting for it. We're all talking about it, and you're going to get an opportunity to see it Sunday, October the 4th. Chris Carter and Mohammed Jihad Saad, the
one's
Lebanese
talking
freedom
about
fighter,
that.
against Dr. Jerry Graham, who returns to wrestling Sunday, October the 4th, and his tag team partner, Senior X. And our guests this
Okay, so somebody said that he did a comeback in '81 in WWF. So if this is the Jerry Graham, it's got to be 6 years after his first attempted comeback or whatever. But he did say Jerry Graham is back in wrestling.
time. Obviously, we'll have some thoughts on this particular
You
match
got me a
Sunday,
ticket to the
October
Lucas
4th.
County Community
Terry, take
Center.
a look at the list that shook the wrestling world right off its axis. You know, I hear Dr. Jerry Graham coming out of this program. The man's turned into a raving lunatic ever since the Chris Carter hit list has become a reality. Well, I'll tell you what, coming to the new location,
I gotta
Terry,
put
in
on my
Toledo,
Chris
because
Carter
Chris Carter is
sunglasses.
without a doubt the biggest drawing card in professional wrestling today. We've got to get into the big buildings so the big crowds can get in and watch me perform. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to perform. You think Jerry Graham's a doctor? You're going to see on the 4th, Muhammad Saad and myself are going to perform some surgery on these guys. We take no opponents lightly, Terry. I know that Jerry Graham's tough. However, I'm a little bit leery about him even coming back to wrestling. I can't believe that he's even ready. But Senior Ecksteiner on the hit list, don't forget, Terry, this is a big night for me, a big night for Muhammad Jihad Saad. We're on our way. Once we get
Muhammad
past these
Jihad.
guys, before the match, Terry, it's the halal. After the match, the haram.
You think you will get? You think you
You
will
know
get?
something, Graham? You are the filthiest man in professional wrestling. واحد كلب واحد. You know this. Rick Steiner بدي كسر راسك واحد كلب أنت وجيري Graham.
Don't miss
You're
it. Sunday,
so-
October
Look at
4th
this
at the
guy.
Red.
Oh my God. When I used to go to wrestling in Indiana, there was a guy who reminded me of that guy we just saw. He looked like a guy that would have been like in the Memphis era, but his name was Hillbilly Jed, J-E-D. And he was just like a big fat hillbilly guy, but like the crowds always seemed to like him just because he was like I guess just because he was a hillbilly. I always booed him when he won. I'm contemplating on my treatment of Hillbilly Jed over the times that I saw him. I actually did see Hillbilly Jed wrestle in what was kind of like a community center. What the fuck was the name of it? Hold on, I'll tell you what the name of the facility is. Give me a second. We don't have anything else to do during this pause for station identification. Okay, King of the Death Matches 2005 took place there. Okay, where did this take place at? I've got it brought up on Cage Match. Don't worry. I don't have it paused, do I? No, okay. Do I? No. Well, okay, I've got it. They're showing me IWA Deep South. I need IWA Mid South. Okay, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, so here's the card that happened at the 2005. Listen to these matches. Remember, you know Jimmy Jacobs from the guy that's the booker or whatever he was in AEW? He was on the show. Mickey Knuckles was on the show. Matt Sydal was on the show. Bull Payne. Okay, here we go. Match 6. Bull Payne versus Deranged versus Hillbilly Jed in a barbed wire ropes, barbed wire boards match. But where did it take? Okay, Plainfield, Indiana. That's where it is. That's where so much crazy shit happened back then. Plainfield, Indiana.
Gentlemen, we've had many, many calls and some letters come into us here regarding the attack on Dr. Jerry Graham by Chris Carter. And once again, I must admit that you have outdone yourself.
You called an attack. I called an interview. And while I'm speaking about the interview, there are 3 people.
Plainfield was one of the few places that would allow you to bleed like all over the building. So like a ton of shows took place there during that time.
That I would like to really pay close attention to this interview. Number 1 is Scott Rechsteiner. Number 2, Johnny Gingers. Number 3, David Graham. That's right, baby David. You take a good look at this now, baby David, and you watch it.
Wait a
because these 3 are coming.
Let me ask this distinguished attorney here, Saul
Mr. Rabinowitz, to you.
Mr. Rabinowitz, how do you, as a member of the Bar Association, feel about, what is this, Oliver North here? What do you feel about the attack? This guy's going to attack a 16-year-old?
Attack is a very opinionated view, and I'd like you
South to West is going to pop over that Oliver North reference.
to keep your opinions to yourself.
You're endorsing this.
No,
you're as much
no.
to blame. You're as much to blame in a way as he is for this.
Johnny
For an interview?
If it takes place. Give me the interview. Don't insult our intelligence.
No, you're calling it attack. That is a liable slander against my client, Mr. Carter.
No.
Now, you must stop this real soon.
Admittedly, it hasn't taken place yet, but if it does, you're
Take
just as
a
much to
good
blame as
look,
anybody
baby
else.
David.
We have Gary Warrenchak again.
I've talked to Dr. Jerry Graham recently, and with this tape coming on, I have to express what he told to me. Dr. Jerry Graham said to me to get a message to all of the people who have been attacked on this man's so-called hit list, and that would include Sam Botek, that would include Victor, our ring attendant, that would include the great Wojo. Dr. Jerry Graham has asked specifically that they do not press charges. He doesn't want them to press charges.
Huh, that's interesting.
Because they're scared.
No,
What do you mean?
Dr.
Because I've got
Jerry
Saul
Graham-
Rabinowitz.
Dr. Graham has said that he wants to settle this with you, and you and Saad and Jason have a lot to pay for.
Well,
I'm sorry to interrupt the
like-
program,
Oh, that's
but I
fine.
just couldn't
It's
sit
all
by
right.
and before this tape.
it's all right.
Wojo.
Does
I think that was a threat.
Sounded like a threat.
does
Indiana Eddie Marlin.
Saul Rabinowitz have any
Dante.
wrestling experience? You know, if Dr. Jerry Graham attacks you, why? Well, he happens to be around. You know, he might just sort of get in the way. In another
Payment figured
interview,
out through this, I got
Dr.
my
Jerry
own
Graham
protection.
might decide to do an interview with you, Mr. Rabinowitz.
Well, we're open to any interviews.
Yeah,
We're open to any interviews.
Have him talk to his lawyer and have him call me.
I think Dr. Jerry Graham may call you person to person, pal.
They're scared. I knew Saul. Once I brought you from New York, them guys wouldn't do nothing to me.
Let's take a look at this attack one more time.
Well, Muhammad, today is the day. Today is the day that we deal with the person most hated on the hit list. The person that most drives me insane.
You don't mean?
Yes, I do. Dr. Jerry Graham. Driver, up here, right at this drive,
You're in luck, ATF Media. The segment is going to continue.
on the right, make a turn. Driver, you see that sign?
Yes.
This is what we want. Look at Muhammad.
What's that?
Camp Crystal Lake. We will come and summons the mysterious Jason. You ready,
You
Muhammad?
got them under control before I go out there?
Don't worry, Muhammad. Everything's okay. Everything's
sure?
okay. Let's go. Oh, Muhammad, this is it. Isn't it beautiful? Lovely sandy.
There's no quicksand here, is
No,
there?
no. Don't worry. Don't worry. Come along.
Look at all these ducks.
Well, what is he?
Now listen, there's a certain way you have to do this. Put your hands together like this.
Yeah.
Call him.
Jason!
No, it's got to be more like this, Muhammad.
If you went to the shows, wouldn't you do that, like, relentlessly to whoever was playing Jason?
Jason!
Oh, shit.
Come to me! Oh, Chris, come to me, Jason! Come to me!
Bring that camera down here. Bring that camera down here.
Jason, it's me! Jason, look! It's me. Come. Come. I have work for us to do. I have a friend for you to meet. Come, Jason. Jason, it's me. Jason.
He's been at the bottom of this lake for 25 years. That's where he lives, Muhammad.
I never would have believed it in front of my eyes. Oh, this!
Oh, no, he went after the foreigner. Oh, God.
Chris, I thought you told me he's a good man.
We are going to deal with Dr. Dr. Jerry Graham. I got a surprise. I told you I'd be back, didn't I?
Easy, Jason. Easy. Easy. Easy.
What a shot of the limo pulling up. Beautiful.
You know, I fired the last guy for being this slow. Come on, Scott. Jason. Come on, driver, I want you to take off, okay? I don't want you to come back until you see Dr. Graham's blue Cadillac. You understand? Scott, pick the lock on the door there. Jason, come with me. Get right in the bushes there. That's right, because I don't want him to see nothing. Okay, got it? Very good.
He said to get in the bushes.
Remember,
oh, the
in the
camera
bushes.
guy's in the bushes.
Camera 2, here, listen. I want you to get over here behind this wall. You see the hole in the wall here? That's where I want the camera set up. Come on, down here, down this way. This way, quick. Quick, we gotta do this fast before he gets here. Jason, easy, Jason, easy. Easy, Jason. Easy, Jason. That's it. In behind the door. That's right, Mohammed. That's right.
Well,
in
this
there,
is
Jason.
really
in there.
something.
Easy, easy, Jason. Easy. Quiet, Jason. Quiet.
Do you know how many 90s shot on video movies I've seen that have this exact aesthetic? It's magic.
Television, and as long as it's for the Undisputed Championship. Well, I'm sorry if you're mad. All we get is an answering service. I don't know.
Oh, that's it. Get him, grab him.
Oh.
Look at him. Look at him. One more time, Jason. That's it. Stop him. Stop him. Stop him, Jason. Stop him. More.
Oh my God.
More. Stop him, Jason. Stop him. More. Pass his head in. Pass his head in. More. That's it, Jason. Again. Ah, yes, Jason. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? The Rabinowitz Carter Sod Production Company is at it again. Backed by popular demand. The famous interviews by...
Didn't you hear him? He said set up the camera through the hole in the wall. So we're to believe this is like a hidden camera, I think.
Chris Carter. Now, Dr. Jerry Graham, first off, I hate your guts. Now, I want to know who's the toughest wrestler in the world.
Go to hell, Carter.
I'm talking to you.
Smack him. Smack him. Yes.
I want to know.
Yes.
Who's the greatest wrestler in the world, Dr. Jerry
My
Graham?
grandmother hits harder than you do.
She went. Oh, choke him. Choke.
Smack this filthy man.
That's it.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you one more time.
Keep him back.
Who's the greatest wrestler in the world, Dr. Jerry Graham?
You.
Choke it.
I know. This is like,
Muhammad.
this is really their
Oh,
like
this is it.
pinnacle here.
Hit him hard.
Oh.
Yes.
Muhammad. Who's the greatest wrestler in the world, Dr. Jerry Graham? It's Chris Carter, right? Yes, it's Chris Carter. Who's the greatest manager in the world? Muhammad Jihad Saad, right? And Jason, who's my best friend? Jason, right? Yes. Leave him there. I can assure the people one thing. Dr. Jerry Graham will never step into the wrestling ring again. Never. Jason, you must go home now. You must go home. Our work is...
I think I'm gonna clip this. This only has 788 views, but I'm sure there might be another copy up somewhere. But I think this needs. I need this on like my page. I need a clip of this Jason story.
Done. I'll be back to get you, Jason. I'll be back. I promise. We'll be back.
What a
You're seeing,
story.
as we mentioned before, despite that savage, that brutal attack by Jason on Dr. Jerry Graham.
Every time there's like a big story and they're like, oh my God, we found a lost 90s movie, you know, a lost shot on video. It always turns out to be a movie like that, which I'm fine with, but I'm just saying.
That interview again.
Dr. Jerry, you didn't get the job done, you understand, because Dr. Jerry Graham We'll be back.
Sullivan, I got the job done because everybody's too scared to do anything to me about it. I love it. It's great.
That's-
I brought Saul in from New York.
That's
This
an
is
incorrect
great.
assumption on your part. Dr. Jerry Graham, of course, has urged all the other victims of the hit list not to press charges so that he can personally take care of you. So
They're
he'll be
scared.
back.
They're scared.
Well, just wait. He'll be back. Ladies and gentlemen, though, if you do want to see Chris Carter taken care of very soundly in the ring, you can see that on a new tape that we're offering, The Best of Bruiser Bedlam. Here's the details.
Wrestling fans, prepare yourself for an offer you can't refuse. For the first time, Bruiser Bedlam has assembled their best matches on one of the most exciting, wild, and bloody video cassettes you'll ever witness. With the incomparable expertise of the world's most dangerous wrestler, Dick the Bruiser, and yours truly, Terry Sullivan, we track two of the wildest feuds ever seen in professional wrestling. You'll see the unforgettable upset of the century when Scott Recksteiner first met the Great Wojo. You'll see Dr. Jerry Graham and Chris Carter as a tag team, and later on as mortal enemies. You'll see the still talked about tag match with the ring surrounded by barbed wire, one of the bloodiest matches ever.
Ben and Grace need to stop referring to themselves as Israel and Palestine and become Dr. Jerry Graham and Muhammad Jihad.
And last but not least, the match that has never been seen on television, Dr. Jerry Graham versus Chris Carter. For your copy, send $29.95 plus $3 postage and handling to Bruiser Bedlam, Post Office Box 6883, Toledo, Ohio 43612. That's Bruiser Bedlam, Post Office Box 6883, Toledo 43612. Or use MasterCard or Visa by calling 419-476-2297. That's 419-476-2297. Act now. Supplies are limited.
I can't remember. Did you walk out of the ring after that match?
You know,
or were you carried out?
I don't know why they're I don't know why they're still showing it. That tape was only made for one reason. It's just to make me look bad. You know, that's how Jerry Graham is, because he always does that stuff to try to make me look. You know, I don't know. Don't waste your money on that tape. It's a waste of money because Carter, Rabinowitz, and Saul.
You know, I don't know what's going on with Jerry Graham. He's always like, you know, he's such a bitch. You know, he's real nice and he's a good-looking guy, but on the inside, he's a demon.
Production company is coming out with a video of the best of Chris Carter. It's going to be about a full 20 minutes. It's going to run in the area from about $175 to $200. It'll be well worth the money. Is that right, Muhammad?
That's right. Oh yeah. يعني هالقد حق. بدك تشتري واحد بعطيك واحد انا بليش يا كلب.
I just
So
can't.
I don't know why they'd waste their money on that best of Bruiser Bedlam.
Maybe you can help me refresh my memory. Did you walk out of the ring that night, or were you carried out?
I believe that I remember quite well that I walked out of the ring and I was a little bit upset about what happened because there were several
Why would you order the tape if this guy's spoiling everything about the match?
people jumping all over me. Sullivan, don't start doing this to me now, okay?
I just can't remember.
I don't want. Just don't buy that tape. It's just no good. Don't buy it. Just wait till mine comes out. Mine's gonna be.
We're legally trying to remove that from the stores and the shelves.
Gee, we can't buy it in the stores or on shelves. Didn't you listen? Don't you listen? Big attorney. You have to order it.
Oh, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jason has returned. Chris Carter has brought him back, and we'll have him up next here on.
First, he was coping about, what was he upset about early in the episode? Oh, about having to do a tape fist match, and now he's coping about the tape. El Brasquero versus Zatkov.
Recent weeks, particularly specifically in the attack on Dr. Jerry Graham, I see you've brought Jason back to the scene again.
Jason's never left the scene. Terry,
Oh.
did you ever think of that? You know, this match coming up, I want everybody to take a real good look at it because Jason is without a doubt a very big man. However, his opponent in this match, Farmer Luke, I believe outweighs him by about 50 or 60 pounds. He's
Hillbilly
probably every
Jed.
bit as tall as Jason. So take a good look.
So a true test then of the so-called abilities of Jason.
Without a doubt.
All right, let's take you to ringside now as Jason meets Farmer Luke.
The man who is, he's not even waiting for the bell. He's gone right
Who's the
ahead
other
and
guy?
moved in on Farmer Luke. Jason attacking Farmer Luke. And I understand, Sam, that Carter, that you will always have somebody at ringside along with Jason and to try to control him.
I think they're going to have to.
Is Jason's mental...
The size of this man, Sullivan. Look at that. He's 6'9". He weighs almost 300 pounds. He is just awesome, man. He is from the bottom of Camp Crystal Lake. He's been waiting for 25 years for his revenge, and the time is now.
What about his mental state, Chris Carter?
He's as stable as I am.
Oh, well.
Well, I don't want to touch that
Well,
one.
that answers that question, doesn't it? But as I was mentioning earlier, the reason for someone at ringside is to control Jason. Because once I guess that he gets going, sometimes he just does not know when to stop. And he can literally cause serious injury to an opponent.
I'll tell you one thing, he is definitely...
That's it.
Is that it?
But Jason's not done yet.
That guy.
He got the 3 count.
Is that Rene Goulet?
I'm being summoned by Mr. Carter.
Now, this Jason is an awesome figure in the wrestling ring. The control that Chris Carter has over him is debatable. He just shoved the referee. Carter trying to calm him down.
Why don't you move in the middle here? What's the matter? I understand there have been some very serious
Why don't you
problems
move
with
in the middle here?
matches.
There's no serious problems. This is a man of the 80s. This is a man of right now. This is Jason. Jason has been waiting for 25 years for his revenge, and he is out to revenge mankind, Sullivan. So anybody that gets in the ring with Jason had just better look out.
What about all the serious problems that I hear about with this man? The altercations that he caused. I've heard that his mental state is anything but...
Hey, they're stable. Sullivan, I told you before, he's as stable as I am. Look at this man. This man is awesome. Look at how big he is. Look at the size. And look at the man he just destroyed. This is no little wimp right here. Look at the size of this guy. He's holding his stomach. He can't even get up.
You used a very good word there. You used destroy, and that's some of the things that I've heard about. If he's going back, you better stop him here. I've heard that he has literally destroyed people in the past because he just does not know when to stop.
Sullivan, he does not know when to stop. He'll stay on him until I tell him to stop. Jason!
Jason! Control him, for heaven's sakes. He's beating a man.
Victory for Jason, definitely a dangerous man. And I've always wondered exactly how much control you really do have over this
What
guy.
do you mean by dangerous? You know, everybody seems to be so paranoid about Jason, you know. If you, Sullivan, were a compassionate man like myself, Mr. Rabinowitz, and Mr. Saad, you would understand Jason and you would see the problems that Jason has gone through. You know, Sullivan, I believe it was about 25 years ago in Camp Crystal Lake that the father of Scott Recksteiner, the camp counselor at Camp Crystal Lake,
Hold on
due
a
to his
second.
negligence.
It was Scott Steiner's dad who was negligent and caused Jason Voorhees to become a thing?
As a lifeguard, would not, I should say could not, save Jason. Jason was forced to live in the bottom of Camp Crystal Lake for 25 years. You see, Sullivan, Jason is the type of individual that is very compassionate to his fellow man.
Wow.
He is very feeling. He is very understanding, which you are not. Scott Recksteiner's father is the one who did to Jason, who caused the disfigurement to Jason, who caused the grief that Jason had to bear. But I found the way to give Jason some relief.
I'd also like to point out that there is a claim going out against Mr. Ecksteiner and his family for the pain, suffering, and negligence out towards.
You mean you're buying this garbage too?
I mean, very few people ever saw it. They're not calling him Jason Voorhees. I don't think they could get like you probably couldn't copyright like just Jason's as such a common name. But like he looks like I think the outfit they've got him in, he looks like a farmer version of Master Blaster more than he looks like Jason Voorhees.
Garbage?
Muhammad.
انت واحد garbage. انت واحد garbage. عارفك؟
One of those deathmatch promotions in Japan, I think, had at least Leatherface, if not some of the other ones.
On bottom of Camp Crystal Lake.
For 25 years,
Scott
Sullivan, how would you like to have been there?
Scott Recksteiner's father was never a lifeguard, number one. This Camp Crystal Lake...
Hey, Jeremy.
شو عرفك انه مش كاين لايف جارد جوا بيو؟
That exists in the movies, pal.
Not in reality.
It would all be taken
Come
care
on.
of in court.
You're buying all this, aren't you?
Buying?
That's from a movie, Matt. It'll all be settled in court.
You must be.
No, buying is a form of.
Those must be some pretty big paychecks he's writing to you. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got more exciting action coming up when we return with more Bruiser Bet.
Time for more awkward silence.
Here in Toledo, we have a special deal for you right now. In a couple of weeks, you're going to start seeing commercials advertising this particular videotape called The Best of Bruiser Bedlam. It's not on sale throughout the country and around the Bruiser Bedlam network yet, but it will be on sale in just a few weeks. If you'd like to jump the gun, though, this is on sale in Toledo exclusively right now. All you do is stop down and pick it up at the Miller Country Store. And I know you want to pick up your...
This could also explain it about the copyright Peanut Gallery. You literally would have to go to a supermarket in Toledo if you wanted to buy a copy at this point.
Your very own copy, because this has the match between Dr. Jerry Graham and Chris Carter that never has and never will be shown on television. This is your opportunity to see Chris Carter get put in his place, but good. Not only that match, but all the things that led up to it. This tape, The Best of Bruiser Bedlam, and it is excellent. It's available downtown at the Miller Country Store right now. Message for you fans in Findlay, don't forget October the 10th, Hancock County Recreation Center. We'll be back with Bruiser Bedlam. Wojo has a title defense against Chris Carter on that card, and that will be a lumberjack match with wrestlers surrounding the ring in Findlay at the Hancock County Recreation Center. That will be on October the 10th. Now, that TV taping, that's coming up next week on Saturday, September the 12th at 2 o'clock in the afternoon in downtown Toledo. If you would like free tickets for that, that will be downtown, the TV studio. Stop at the Miller Country Store. And they are available absolutely free. The store is located at 927 North Summit. The big talk around the wrestling world, the return to wrestling of Dr. Jerry Graham. And, of course, equally talked.
Well, then it's got to be him, right? If they're making such a big deal about it. But I don't know. Maybe I just feel a disconnect from this guy.
About what we saw last week, that savage attack on Dr. Jerry Graham by Chris Carter and Muhammad Jihad Saad. If the feelings of Jerry Graham weren't strong enough before, now this man is uncontrollable. He'll team up with Senior X against Carter and Muhammad Jihad Saad at the brand new location for Bruiser Bedlam, the Lucas County Recreation Center, the season opener. And what a kickoff it'll be. Sunday, October the 4th at 8 o'clock. Tickets at the Miller Country Store, all shed locations, or charge by telephoning the number on your screen. Now you can charge it to MasterCard or Visa. Graham and
I can't get over how good this sweet cherry kush smells.
Senior X against Carter and Saad. Wojo defends the belt against Bulldog Don Kent. Jason is against Calypso Jim. Many other great stars. That is all Sunday, October 4th, Lucas County Recreation Center at 8 o'clock. Dr. Jerry Graham joins me. Senior X is here, the great Wojo. And Doctor, I know you're trying very hard to control your feelings now.
Senior X.
Well, after what happened to me last week, and they replayed it today, this week, even I can't believe what happened. I can't believe that Carter would go as low as to do what he did to me. And for once, even I'm speechless, because to be attacked while I'm sitting at my desk by three, if you want to use the word men.
The name of the tape is just like Best of Bruiser Bedlam 1, right? I'm sure it's probably online.
Two men and one monster has gone beyond my comprehension. I know it's gone beyond Wojo's comprehension. It's bad enough what they did to him in the
Sweet
gym.
Strawberry.
And what they're doing to all my friends around the country with his hit list. And I'm going to tell you something, Carter. Do you think that a few stitches, do you think that a few lumps is going to stop?
This guy looks like he's mad they won't open up another cashier.
It's going to happen to you? Do you think that? Do you think it's going to save you? It's going to make it worse for you October the 4th. And that's all I've got to say about it, because I've got my buddy Wojo, and I've got Senior X here. And that's all I need, because it's three of us. It's one for all and all for one. And we're going into the
He looks like Road Warrior Animal on Ozempic.
shadow of the Valley of Death on October 4th, and we're not coming out unless the blood of vengeance runs through my fingers, Carter, and it's going to be your blood, and it's going to be Saad's blood. I'm tired of all this civil rights stuff. I'm tired of this Rabinowitz, your attorneys, your constant bellyache, and your crying, your loopholes, your contracts. I'm sick of it. I've got a gut full of you, Carter.
Who is this Senior X? We have to get to the bottom of it. But I mean, what? We have no way of knowing. I mean, there's just no way you could possibly know.
And that's all I've got to say.
Well, Wojo, You can certainly understand the way Dr. Jerry Graham feels, and I know you'll be in his corner. Senior X, of course, will be competing in that match, and we look forward to your title defense against the Bulldog. That's all coming up.
They're going to get what they deserve.
Sunday, October 4th, Lucas County Recreation Center.
Funkiest smelling shit you've come across in a while. I wish we could get craft growing legalized. I'd like to start. I'd like to get into the weed business ahead of course, Ben and Grace buying me the cannabis plantation to run Fusion Studios from.
Russian, Igor Zatkov.
You know what I'd like to say about Igor Zatkov is my good, close personal friend Mohammed Jihad Saad is the one that brought Igor Zatkov from Russia into the United States and got his wrestling career going here as big as it was back in the USSR.
Another terrorist, huh?
Saul.
Right there. I told you I'm not a terrorist, a freedom fighter. I fight for my country, for the poor people in the country.
Right.
One of these days.
Muhammad Jihad's over here fighting for his family. He's an international freedom fighter, and Sullivan is just all over him about it.
Yeah, well, that would be interesting.
Definitely one of these days.
El Bracero now. Let's go to ringside.
Bracero, quite a well-rounded wrestler. Look at him. Scoops up the legs. Down he goes over the top. And right in with that front face lock on Igor Zatkov.
Terry, I don't know if the Russian knows what's going on at this point.
El Bracero will baffle him. There's no doubt of that. Bracero thrown off. Collision. Down goes Zatkov. Off the ropes again. Bracero somersault over the top and backwards monkey flip. And
oh, you got to be shitting me, bro.
Almost.
He was almost in our lap, Terry.
Almost. Look at Bracero. Quite an athlete. Into the hair again by Zatkov. Manages to use that to grab himself a head scissors on El Bracero.
Necro Butcher.
Let's see how Bracero might get out of this. A lot of pressure on that head. Bracero will be trying to relieve some of that pressure, if not totally get out of this hold.
I'll bet he's got to move for this one, Terry.
Well, the fans coming to Bracero's aid as Bracero beautifully kicks out.
The USA chant does work.
Great display of leverage there by El Bracero. Got him out of that predicament.
I don't know if this
Quite
guy's
a bout
American
here with El Bracero against Igor Zatkov. We will return and show you the conclusion of this bout in a moment. Right now, we want to remind you fans again about the Best of Bruiser Bedlam, a video which is available.
Wow.
I'll tell you right now how you can get it for your very own.
Wrestling fans, prepare yourself for an offer you can't refuse. For the first time, Bruiser Bedlam has assembled their best matches on one of the most exciting, wild, and bloody video cassettes you'll ever witness. With the incomparable expertise of the world's most dangerous wrestler, Dick the Bruiser, and yours truly, Terry Sullivan, we track two of the wildest feuds ever seen in professional wrestling. You'll see the unforgettable upset of the century when Scott Rechsteiner first met the Great Wojo. You'll see Dr. Jerry Graham and Chris Carter as a tag team, and later on as mortal enemies. You'll see the still talked about.
Well, it's 87. I mean, wrestling, and they're not selling out a lot of places, it doesn't look like, but wrestling is still hot, so they probably were still picking up a decent amount of rats, so maybe one of the rats braided his hair for him.
Tag match with the ring surrounded by barbed wire, one of the bloodiest matches ever. And last but not least, the match that has never been seen on television, Dr. Jerry Graham versus Chris Carter. For your copy, send $29.95 plus $3 postage and handling to Bruiser Bedlam, Post Office Box 6883, Toledo, Ohio 43612. That's Bruiser Bedlam, Post Office Box 6883, Toledo 436.
Yeah, because in their mind, the good guy, even if he's Mexican, would appreciate the American spirit, whereas the heel would not appreciate that.
It's 1-2, or use MasterCard or Visa by calling 419-476-2297. That's 419-476-2297. Act now. Supplies are limited.
It's definitely worth every cent of that to see you get yours.
Oh, Sullivan, I'll tell you what. You know, Saul's got everything in the works. It's not going to be much longer, and that video is going to be just yanked out of existence.
Perhaps.
Oh, we saw that in Memphis, remember? Bill Dundee was like, hey, we got to quit selling this video. I'm not going to let Lawler show this amazing video whenever he's, when he lost the Loser Leaves Town match. That means his best of video cassette also had to leave town.
Nobody's going to buy it anyway because I told him not to buy it. If people listen to me, they respect me.
We're selling a lot of them. So far, he hasn't been able to do a thing about it.
What do you mean a lot? How many?
Well, I'm not going to reveal that to you. I don't think that's any of your business.
Oh, You can't be selling a lot. I told him not to buy it.
Dozens. In just 1 week. Dozens.
So I told the people not to buy it.
I don't.
Hey, Chris,
Ladies and gentlemen, we will
don't worry,
return.
we got our revenge before.
We'll return with more of the match between El Bracero and Igor Zakov.
The lawyer's going to ask them to dress a little bit more appropriately next time. Bonk. Can't wait to get back into that match.
Manages to turn him around and from behind. Solid forearm across the chest. Boot.
Wow.
Knocks Bracero off the apron
Wow,
and down
look
the
at
floor
this guy.
again. Bracero trying to get it all together here out on the floor.
Now this
Good
is
to
a
see him back to
cool
his feet. The referee will
environment.
order Zakov to stand back.
This would be a neat environment. Are they in like a conference room at a Holiday Inn? That's what it looks like. It's carpeted. I'm gonna say yeah.
As Bracero tries to return to the ring, Zakov rushes it again, turns him around. There's another one of those heavy forearms, and we heard that one. And Bracero again. Off the apron and down to the floor and almost into the laps of the ringsiders.
Bracero's got to get his head together and get back in here.
This
He's got to get an offense. He's got to get a way to get into the ring and
What a
without
character.
Zakov getting a hold of him first. And that's up to the referee to keep Zakov back here. Again, Zakov rushes in. He caught him with a couple of good headbutts. Bracero over the top rope, flying body press. This could be it. Whoop.
I can't get into this guy because he reminds me with his outfit and his general look like Pedro Morales, and I can't stand Pedro Morales. He's like one of the very few people that I just like I can't stand.
Leg on the rope, Terry.
I didn't think the referee was going to catch that.
I didn't either.
He saw it. Reversal. Bracero, though. Uh-oh. This is too fast to call. Over the top goes Igor Zakov. And Bracero whips him across the ring, catches him with a good chop on the chest.
Weak.
That chop almost cut his beard.
Oh,
right over the
wow.
top.
What a sell.
Zakov took a backwards header over the top, and Bracero through the ropes
Wow, I
with a
didn't see that
flying body
coming.
press. The most unique move I've ever seen in wrestling.
He's like, you won't see Pedro Morales do something like that.
Unbelievable.
How many men do you see really put their bodies on the line like that?
He flew in the air, Terry.
Whip off the rope spot, caught with the boot.
man.
Bracero's down. Zakov going up to that second rope.
Look
And-
out. Oh! Nobody home, Terry.
Miss on that one. Bracero's right there, scoops him up, body slam by El Bracero, and he may be going to the top rope. He may be going for the Superfly here.
Superfly.
Referee doesn't want him on the ropes, but
Here we
look out
go.
below.
Whoa!
That's got to be it.
High flying action to close out the show. Wow.
Victory for El Bracero, always a tough opponent.
That was a controversial victory, Terry, because Igor Zakov is without a doubt the greatest Russian wrestler in the world today.
And speaking of controversy, you still maintain that Bulldog Don Kent is the young crowned champion.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
But what you have to remember is that Kent did not win that bout.
Kent did win the bout, and then that Dr. Jerry Graham, once again, he's always sticking his nose where
He
it doesn't
didn't win the
belong.
bout.
And
Whose
you know,
hand was raised?
I'll tell you, I don't care about nothing. All I'm going to say is, ever since then, the Great Wojo is still hiding himself behind tag team partners. He won't wrestle any single matches. Why won't he defend the belt?
Well, fans, as they say, there were two sides to every story, and according to the great Wojo, anytime, any place, he's more than happy to wrestle Bulldog Don Kent, yourself, Mohammed Jihad Saad, Jason, anybody, anytime, anywhere.
He really hit it clean, didn't he? Like landed and then did a mini second jump.
That's always been the tradition of the great Wojo. He has never ducked anybody, ever. And he won't start now, especially with the likes of you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll return in just a moment with more.
Oh, did the show end? Well, I guess how do you, you can't really follow that up, you know? Let's see. Let me see if I can find Hillbilly Jed wrestler. See if we can see some Hillbilly Jed action. Summit Pro Wrestling, October 9th. Hillbilly Jed, We Dance for the First Time. What is this?
+20 years in the wrestling business, and I'm still experiencing firsts. October 9th, Summit Pro Wrestling, Zodiac versus Hillbilly Jed. The first time hoss fight that everybody's been looking forward to. The graphic came across my phone, the graphic hit social media, and an excitement filled me because I know that I get to step in the ring for the first time with one of the best big men in this industry. Somebody that I've shared roads with.
Wait, he's saying Hillbilly Jed is one of the best big men in history? What? Did Hillbilly Jed go on a run? Here's young John Moxley from 11 years ago against Hillbilly Jed. Kevin Panic versus Hillbilly Jed. Is that Hillbilly Jed? Oh, wait, here's Brody Bokens versus Hillbilly Jed.
Introducing first.
Hey, there you go. Whoever wanted WCW, there you go. WCW, and you get a bonus O. Let's get in the ring. Is this Hillbilly Jed?
His opponent is the high-tech redneck, Hillbilly Jed.
Oh my gosh, Hillbilly Jed still going. Like, this is from 2 years ago. So, like, I was watching Hillbilly Jed 20 years ago. And I mean, I can't believe he's still going. Wow. Interesting ring attire. Hillbilly Jed working the crowd. I thought he had him. I thought he had him. I cannot believe that Hillbilly Jed is still wrestling. Let's see if I can find a Hillbilly Jed match in 2005. You can see what he looked like back then. This is from Davenport, Iowa. Uprising versus Hillbilly Jed. Okay, hang on. Let's go back up to this one here, Hillbilly versus Corbin. We can't watch any like WCW or WWE. They'll take it down like right away. Yeah, see, I don't know even when this was. This was 14 years ago. How about a match from Plainfield? Quentin Lee versus Hillbilly Jed. I feel like when I saw him, he was wearing like a he was dressed like the Hillbillies. Oh, let's look up Mickey Knuckles versus Bambi. Mickey Knuckles versus Haley Shadows. I figured all this. He stayed in tremendous shape. Yeah, like I wouldn't even care like if they just copyright claimed it or whatever, but they'll actually like end the stream. A lot of even the indie wrestling companies will. Let's see if we can find see if we can find one of these that's maybe like an offshoot. Well, that's directly from the IWA homepage. Here's a highlight. We can probably get away with watching the highlight thing, I think.
A week ago, we were this close.
You watched the video of when wrestling turns real. Iceberg in every level from 1 to 5 started out with New Jack trying to commit murder and doing cocaine. I believe it. Now, this was in Midlothian, I'm pretty sure.
Hey, here's Low Ki in front of us. Low Ki sneaking in the side door. Hell, that's what I do against Necro. Get the jump on him. Necro doesn't see it. From behind. It's on. And the streamers come.
There's me way back in the day.
Poe considering, but you know that Low Ki has probably had a conversation with Samoa Joe. Watch out for the punches. Watch out for the headbutts. This guy's crazy. You can be told all you want about the Necro Butcher, but until you're in there with them, there's no way to prepare for the unpredictable advantage height and weight-wise. But the Japanese and the martial arts training of Low Ki is really going to probably even that.
Man, this guy here in the suit, this guy was wild at the show, dude. He was going nuts.
Wow! I want them to fight on the other side of the ring, Ben.
Yeah, I looked a lot different back then.
Whoa! Oh! Knee to the face. Pushes him to John. Oh! He's used that front. I believe he calls that the John Woo kick.
John Woo kick.
An uppercut. Low-key strips the shirt off the Necro Butcher. Necro tries to fire back. Now, cover 1, 2. Neck follows him right in.
I'll read you the card from this, and you would not believe some of the people that wrestled on this show. Do you have the Vice channel? I've watched them on Twitch. You can't really watch them here because Vice has it on like auto takedown.
Knees to the midsection. And now, oh, throws him down face first. Rolls him over, hooks the leg. 2. No, Necro Butcher still able to kick out.
Is Necro wearing capri jeans?
I don't know. He stops his momentum. Slow down low key. And now, and low key trying to fight out. He does. Oh! You can hear the another. Oh! He took his head off.
Okay, so listen to this. Listen to who all worked this show, okay? Chuck Taylor, Ricochet, Seth Rollins, Kevin Steen or Kevin Owens, El Generico, Low Key, Necro Butcher, Chris Hero, Milano Collection AT. That's nuts. And that's only like half the people on the show.
He has no idea where he's throwing it to. Ah, the chair body slam.
Oh yeah, I've seen all the actual like Vice episodes. Yeah.
Knife edges after knife edges. Side slam, 2. Low key. Bryce Remsburg for letting this go a little bit. Oh my! Wow!
And if I'm remembering right, I think Necro wrestled Roderick Strong not too long before this, if it wasn't like maybe the day before.
Tell us what Necro had for Thanksgiving dinner back in 1985 after that one. Head. No, Tiger Bomb. 1, 2. No!
Oh, I was so pissed off when that happened.
We saw him do this to Tyler Black.
I was irate.
He's on the table. He's on the table. That's gotta be it. 1, 2. He kicked out the Necro Butcher action.
If you look, you can see me losing my mind when Necro kicks out of the double stomp. I'm like over here on the edge. Or when he gets out of it.
Necro Butcher in a precarious situation here. Necro Butcher action. 2.
Right over here.
The Necro Butcher action.
Oh my god.
Necro Butcher in a precarious situation
nut.
here. I died for him on that. That's it. Bryce Remsburg calls for the bell.
Get out of here. Fuck off.
What happened?
Look how mad I am. I'm like, fuck this.
I think the Necro Butcher may have actually passed out. He may.
Necro Butcher in a regular match like this, where it's like just about, it's not like all the deathmatch stuff, I think is one of the most like entertaining workers of this time period. Like, he had that big match feel. Like, you wanted to be there when he fought like anybody. Wonder if they got the Necro Butcher versus Tank match on here. Was this it, maybe? 2000 light tubes? I might have been at this one. I can't tell.
The Necro Butcher making his way out to the ring.
Yeah, I think I'm at this one.
Ready for his rematch from just 2 weeks ago. Trading blows. Back and forth. Stiff blows from both Necro and Tank. Another one there. Tank rocking. Oh, there he comes back. Throwing some stiff shots of his own. Oh, Necro back with one of his own. 2 more right hands. They get 3.
To the face.
Tank down to his knees.
Thanks,
as his
Adblunt.
Necro.
Yeah, you could see me for like just a split second. I'm in like my usual seat. Right here, you see my Choose Death shirt.
Oh, back and forth.
As we've seen in previous matches, Necro loves it.
Yes.
Just
headbutts. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can hear it from here. Oh.
It's sick.
There's the real Necro fans and your Tank fans. Gone pink.
Well, oh my God.
Definitely a lot of glass right there. Even the hardcorest of fans going for cover. Oh, he didn't break it this first time. Ah, that's a stubborn light. Oh, into the chest.
We've seen this in previous. Away from our camp.
Going back and forth. Ref finally gets out of the way, thankfully. Oh, yeah, punches in the chairs. Headbutt. Both men just sitting there. If they're on their feet, they'd both be down by now, I think.
I normally don't like it. I liked it when Necro did it because he would really punch the shit out of people, and it was always cool to see who would actually sit there and, like, you know, go back and forth with him. I'm a huge Necro Butcher mark though, so. Like, I drove to Alabama to see this match.
Oh, good Lord!
Well, to see the whole show, but you know what I mean.
But Tank definitely earning a name with a big shot there from the light tube.
Oh, he's going crazy now.
Every chair, no.
Now, I remember this old lady, she had this walking stick with a bunch of weird symbols carved into it.
No chair's safe here. There's not a safe chair here in Elkmont, Alabama. Light tube's falling down.
I think Tank scouted that move a little bit.
Yeah. Oh! Glass. 50 pounds of Tank climbing the rope. Oh, he stomps him! Oh my God! That's gotta be it! Oh, he does it again! Oh my God!
Cover.
2, 3.
Wow. That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Well, the first show, remember we watched the one with, what's his name? Shoot. Spider Boudreaux against old school Marty Schiffbauer. That show got shut down by the police, and then that show that we just saw was like the replacement show for it a little bit down the road. I think the Carnage Cup ran for like a long ass time. Hold on a second. I think I had something like I wanted to show you guys. Let me see. Oh, I wanted to show you. Remember Foggy Dottie, the goth girl looking girl that read like poetry? She posted a video the other day that actually got out into the algorithm a little bit. And I thought we should take a second to appreciate it. It's got a pretty impressive opening, I'm not going to lie.
Like, no.
See, I put Foggy Dottie on the Boit Watch, and I was right. I knew there would be Keno. I knew it. What's up? Get cracked for me.
I'm gatekeeping this cologne. Well, I guess it's a perfume.
What do you mean this is crap?
Oh my god, it gets used up so quickly. It's almost gone. You have no idea though.
You're impossible, ATF media.
So good. Especially, like, I just took a shower. I was to, like, spray this in my hair. And, like, the smell of my shampoo, like, mixed with this in my hair. And then, like, my hair starts to dry and it, like, gets really soft. Oh! Oh! Smells so good. I'm gonna gatekeep it, though. That's why I don't trust all these, like, all the people on TikTok, like, promoting, like, the Cocoa Musk or whatever the fuck. My hair got caught in my button. Promoting these colognes and perfumes and stuff. Because, like, if you really love a scent that much, you really want everybody to be wearing.
Okay, you didn't like that. Okay, that's fine. Let's try this one. Who needs grace when you've got Foggy Dottie? I'm just going to say this. There are times that the algorithm is like, how in the world did this end up in my feed? This is probably the most accurate algorithm feed based on what I watch. What do you mean this is crap? Because of the smoking? Come on. Come on. No, I resent the accusation that I'm trying to find a new e-girl. Are you implying? What are you implying with that kind of phrasing? Okay, hang on. Let me see if, let me try to land, let me land the plane. If I can find something else. Oh, here we go. Here's somebody that got recommended to me based on the fact that I watched Savvy Guy. It said specifically because of that. Jack Tisson. I watched like a minute of it, but that was it. You guys are impossible today. Which one did I watch? I was just rated 2 out of 10 for looks.
Hello, today's video is titled, I was rated 2 out of 10 in looks. Please help me. Yeah. I go online a lot and shit, and to be frank, I get obsessed with things, you know? And because I've got a bit of a public profile, people know what I look like. I was online yesterday, and some dude said to me that I was 2 out of 10 in looks. Like, I'm 2 out of 10, right? And all the connotations that means. Now I'm going to say to that guy and people of that way of thinking, when they think they could rate another man on a scale, that there's different ways of rating a man. Right, first of all, you've got
Come on, you don't like Jack Tisson either? Come on.
Intelligence, right? You can't see intelligence. And I've got a collection of piss pots in my apartment, right?
What?
Where I live. There's one beside my bedside table. There's one on my cupboard. There's one on the floor. And I rotate them while laying on my bed. And I never spin it. Now, on one level, being rated 2 out of 10 in looks may make you seem like you've got nothing going for you. But if you're doing shit like that...
He's got a collection of piss pots and this doesn't interest you?
That cancels that out 100%. I'm sorry, but you've lost the argument. Now, secondly, it's understanding what women really want. Now, you may not be a 10 out of 10, you're a 2 out of 10. But there's something called begging.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, begging.
All right. I'm going to break out Deanna Martin 256. Let's do it. We're not going to watch all of this, but I'm willing to watch it for the rest of the time. But you're going to love it. There's no doubt about that. Is this going to let me rewind or what here?
Hi, Pallies, and welcome to Dina Martin Live, from my rehearsal studio to your living rooms or wherever you may be. And welcome to our 256th week of Fabulous Fridays with Friends. Woo! Where we're bringing you great music, memories, and more. And we definitely keep it swinging. Happy Friday, Pallies. And welcome to our Valentine's Day show. Cheers. Oh, man, I'm so excited to be here with all of you. And thrilled that so many people are enjoying our shows every week. And I'd like to welcome all of our new viewers. If this is your first time, or your 256th, please give us a nice big shout out and say hi. We love hearing from all of you. And please, let us know where you are. Do you have your sippy poos ready?
Oh, yeah.
Great. Oh, boy, me too. We're kicking off our Valentine's Day show with a fun song written by Robert Allen and Richard Adler. And I know you're going to love it. I'm dedicating it to our very good pally, Alan Richer, the Toga Chip guy. Yeah, for his birthday.
Happy birthday,
Yay,
Alan.
happy birthday, Alan. Kiss Jesse for us. Hit it, boys.
2.1K views.
Everybody loves a lover. Everybody loves me. Yes, they do. And anyhow, that's how I feel. Wow, I feel just like a Pollyanna. I should worry, not for nothing. Everybody loves me, yes they do, and I love everybody since I fell in love with you. Who's the most popular personality? I can't help thinking it's no one else but me.
Boomer core.
Gee, I feel just about 10 feet tall, having a ball. Guess
256 episodes get crack for me.
she might call me a Pollyanna. I should worry, not for nothing. Everybody loves me. since I fell in love with you. Who's the most popular personality? I can't help thinking it's no one else but me. Gee, I feel just about 10
What do you think, Ben and Deanna Martin?
feet tall, having a ball. Well, I feel just like a Pollyanna. I should worry, not for nothing. Everybody loves me, yes they do. And I love everybody since I fell in love with you. Call me a Pollyanna. Call me a Pollyanna, do.
Wow.
Ba-da-ba. What a fabulous song. Oh, man, everybody loves me. And a wonderful arrangement by my music man, Rick Creevy. Woohoo! So much fun. And it's the perfect way to start our 256th
Jedi Rich and Deanna Martin.
Deanna Martin live show, where we're always having a fantastic time. Let's keep it going. Here's a romantic song written by Bert Kempfert, Eddie Snyder, and Charles Singleton. And I'm
Does she
going
just
to
sing
do
for
it
an
in
hour?
Oh, that's cool. Okay, well, I have to share this with you so it doesn't happen to you, okay? I hired a kid to paint my porch lime green. When he came back to get paid, he said, by the way, that was a BMW, not a Porsche.
Oh, no.
Oh, lime green. Oh, dear. Okay, now, John.
Yes.
What time is it?
It's time to watch you drive around in a lime green BMW.
It's mail time.
Mail time.
Oh,
Mail,
from our
get it?
very
Mail
good pal,
time.
Kimmy Fuller and Molly the Wonder Dog. Okay, and they're from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania.
Yes, they are.
They sent us a gorgeous bag of Lindt chocolates and a beautiful card. And I want to read what the card said. It says, Dear Dina and handsome husband John, just a little something sweet because you're both so sweet. We hope you have a sweet Valentine's Day too, with lots of romance and fun. Remember.
Do you want me to send Deanna Martin a letter or a postcard and let her know that I appreciate the jugs?
Remembering your first date, and since that day falls on a Friday, we get to spend it with you.
Yay!
Molly will have a special Valentine's Day bandana on, and I'll post the picture.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Thank you, our darling Kimmy and Molly. Thank you very, very much. And I want to let everyone know, our dear pally Stephen Maglio has a concert at the Cutting Room in New York City on February 21st.
Oh, yes.
He's fabulous.
Yes.
So that's going to
You'll
be,
love it.
I guess that's a week from today?
Cutting room.
Yeah, the Cutting Room.
New York City.
Yes.
Steve
And now, from our
Maglia.
How lonely life has been, but life began again
You'd motorboat them.
the day you took my hand. And yes, I know how lonely life can be. The shadows follow me.
She is a powerhouse. She's still going.
City of a
37 minutes in, she's gotten 6 comments. That's kind of surprising with it having 2,000 views.
million moonlit places, city of a million. When I was a child down in South Carolina, Soon as Saturday's sun went on down,
Oh, now our chat's
my
going.
folks and sister would go and leave me home all alone, going to that big dance where dance in town. Well, my old radio would play that old Opry show, so I never got lonesome or blue. I'd fall asleep in my chair and dream that I was right there, just a singing the whole night through.
Let's see what she closed with.
Is here like you.
Oh, man.
Well, that's our show for today. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Rosario. Thank you, John. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you
Great
here next
production
Friday.
values.
Thank you, Rick and Eddie and everybody. Thank you so much. And remember, everybody loves somebody sometime. And I love all of you. Cheers, Pallies.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day.
Cheers.
Happy Valentine's Day. And
This guy says, hey, happy Valentine's Day from the south of the world, Argentina, Sylvia and Carlo.
cheers, Pallies.
Cheers, pallies. What a character. Okay, what was that guy's name? I want to check him out. Steve Maglia. No videos on Steve Oh, I spelled it wrong. Not just Sinatra. Oh, here we go.
The best of everything, that is what I wish you all. The best of everything, a Rembrandt on your wall. Once I could see, once I could feel. Now I am numb, I've become unreal. I walk through the night, we've only tasted the wine. We're gonna drain the cup dry. To think I did all that, and may I say, never in a shy way. Oh no, not me. The house I live in, a plot of earth, a street, the grocer and the butcher, and the people that I meet, the children in the playground, the faces that I see, all races and religions. That's America to me. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These are vagabond shoes. How long is this trip? A Florsheim.
How long is this show? Jeez. What's it like at the cutting
See a
room?
show like the old days where you could sit down at a table and you can have dinner and they treat you like a person. You have a comedian, you have a big band, you have a... this is a little bit of a taste of the way... When everybody says, oh, I wish it could be the way it used to be. Well, now it can be the way it used to be. And you can do it right here.
Hold on a second.
You are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always be around. You are the apple of my eye. Forever you stay in my heart.
This video kind of cracks me up.
as the snow flies. On a cold and gray Chicago morning, another little baby child is born in the ghetto. And his mama cried, 'cause if there's one thing she don't need is another hungry mouth to feed in the ghetto. Oh, people, don't you understand? A child needs a helping hand. He'll grow to be an angry young man someday. Take a look at you and me. Are we too blind to see? Do we simply turn our heads and look the other way? While the world
Hey, Dave.
And a hungry little boy with a runny nose plays in the street as the cold wind blows in the ghetto. And his hunger burns. So he starts to roam the streets at night, and he learns how to steal and he learns how to fight in the ghetto. Then one night in desperation, the young man breaks away. He buys a gun, steals a car, tries to run, but he don't get far. And his mama cries. As a crowd gathers round, an angry young man face down in the street with a gun in his hand in the ghetto. And as her young man died, on a cold and gray Chicago morning, another little baby child was born.
What a masterpiece. All right, one more thing before I go. You probably already know about this page, but if you don't, I think it's is it Catatonic Youths? That has the music channel that has like all the crazy shit. Yeah, I think so. This place has like so much like wild music. Whoops, I didn't want to watch the whole thing about sucking on chili dogs. Let me go into their videos. Is Frankie Valli okay? Yeah, the Rat Pack. Let's find a good one to end on here. They have a different, they don't have as many videos here as they do on some of their other platforms. Here we go. Let's listen to this one. This one will be good.
The boom, the boom, the man, the boom, the boom, the man,
What the hell?
the
Bausch? King? Dylan Roof? James, the dating coach?
Doom bamba doom nam namina, the doom nam nam noom nam namina, the doom nam nam noom nam namina.
Not the old, not a meter, the not the old, not a meter.
Wow. All right. You guys want to see my favorite song ever? We can play it at the end, because I think it might get the stream. They might take it down. I need Famous Twins songs. My bad. Ryan Sealing. This is one of my all-time favorites.
These bitches toilet tissue soft. I'm the hardest out the A. And if you got pressure, bitch, drop your addy on the way. And I ain't killing shit, bitch, cut. Bitch, you know I stay. All these hoes don't like me, get too forced by what they say. And you hoe be second dick, so don't put me in your route. How you talking all that shit, but no, you really count. I'm gon' beat your ass.
We almost got this vibe from Grace on July 4th when she was throwing the gun around, but whatever happened to that stream?
And I'm gonna take you off the mount. And I heard you on my head, now here I go, now where you at? On my life, you look a mess. Why you chasing for the clout? Made me call up on your nigga and roll my cat all on his mouth. I'm gonna fuck him in your bed and take his money when I dip. So don't speak on me again, cause on my life, you fucking true. On my life, you fucking wet. You can't knock me for no sex. I see your bed sit on the floor, I see that mattress in the back. Told that little bitch I'm the GOAT. And I hoe thought I was cow. Heard that bitch, she from the O, and bitch, I'm all over the mouth.
Far Cry New Dawn. I think they just got out of jail again, or one of them just got out of jail pretty recently.
Kids in your baby daddy throat. And you know he ate my cat. And he ate it from the back. Then he took me to the mall. I made that nigga spin a stack. Tell that hoe don't call my phone, cause that bitch she out of place. Bitch, he let me drive your car. He coming home, he on the way. On my life, you niggas green. And you know it's fuck the law. All you niggas got that shit, so I can't fuck you niggas.
YouTube what? Far Cry New Dawn. Got it. I saw it came up on Game Pass or something. Oh, shoot. All right. Well, I got to go. I'll see you guys later. I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'll do something. I don't know what. Anyway,